Some of us
And
are.
we're live.
Hey, welcome to another fantastic episode of Ætherealms Fortune's Favor, brought to you by Lakeside Legendz. So, as you can see, we got some new faces here as the crew grows. So, for our new crew members, take a moment, introduce yourselves. Start with Dodger.
Hey guys, I'm Take No Skies. I've been playing D&D for a few years now, and I am super excited to play with this crew of fantastic role players. I'm super excited to be here, and I am going to be playing a very interesting character. I don't even know how to describe them normally for this kind of game.
I guess we'll see.
It's a weird combination of stuff. It's going to be fun.
We appreciate interesting characters over boring characters, so you're doing solid already. There you go.
Hey, you got to do something right?
We're going to find out here.
If you can't explain it in one sentence, you got something right going on.
I like it.
All right, and also
Connor.
we have Belmy joining us.
Hey everyone, my name is Connor. I play Belmy. I've been playing D&D for 5 or 6 years. I think I might be able to describe my character. He is a spiritual thinker type. So expect some strange platitudes and existential questions from him.
I'm here for it.
Oh no, not questions.
It's about
Evade. That's what we're good at.
Patel is the Matrix in both combat and evading questions.
Yes.
We're about to find out. It's like when two titans collide.
I forgot my
The great
popcorn. Can
evader
I
versus
go?
the great debater.
Get your popcorn. Go, get your popcorn.
I don't know. Cedric's pretty bad about answering them as well.
He is.
That's true, yeah.
But the difference is that Cedric just flat out refuses to answer, while Cattell kind of like dances around everything and gives you everything but the answer you're looking for.
I know, it's
Lorna
quite
answers.
annoying.
You guys just don't think she does. Lorna answers. People just don't ask the right questions.
All right.
Fun.
So now let's do all of our shout outs. First, let's go to what's going on in the wonderful world of Lakeside Legendz.
All right, so if you didn't already know, you are on the Lakeside Legendz channel, so don't forget to hit like, subscribe, all those fun things.
If you didn't know, surprise.
Yeah, welcome.
Somehow you got here.
The
Don't
Loch Ness
click
is over
strange
there.
links in your email.
Unless it's from Lakeside Legendz.
Yeah, in which case, click away.
Yeah, click away. So obviously Monday nights, right now, we play the Ætherealms campaign homebrew with all of us here. And on Friday nights, we are playing through the Curse of Strahd. We're coming up to our big finale, the last arc of the campaign. It's the Misfits. We play it at, hold on, where are my notes?
It comes to time.
It's 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. This is why I have notes.
8 p.m. Central.
Yes. If you haven't seen any of their previous sessions, you can go find all of them on our YouTube channel. Just look up Lakeside Legendz or go to our website, lakesidelegends.com. Legends with a Z. So I just put it in chat. You can go there and find all of our content. We are still getting Ætherealms ready to go up on there, but the previous VODs are up for your viewing pleasure. Our Discord community is also open, where you can come talk about fantasy stuff, be nerdy, and potentially create stuff, because we are a storytelling community in the fantasy genre. That's what we're trying to encourage, and help people not be so scared about creating things, because...
Yeah, come help me, because I'm stumped.
Yeah, we've had a lot of good discussions already, and of course, my favorite section is the fandom memes section, where I put all my Lord of the Rings stuff. So yeah, come hang out
You
there.
haven't posted anything last week. It makes me
Not
sad.
lately. I've been really busy with my birthday and stuff.
I know.
Darn that real life.
With your birth week.
Here.
With your birth
birth
week.
month. Birth
Yeah.
month, guys. Gosh.
I need to reset my
Yes.
thinking. And,
No.
but in general, we just want Lakeside Legendz to be a safe place for everyone. So, just be kind and respectful to each other. And when there are differences, don't make a big deal out of it. And we just want to have fun. So
Yay.
that is Lakeside Legendz and all the stuff we've got going on.
And growing.
Yes.
And growing. Yes.
And growing. Which makes me
Grow
think of
with
Flintstone
us.
Kids, but whatever.
Now I feel like we're pitching a preschool show.
I
Can we
know.
move on?
So I was like, grow.
Welcome, kids. Time for make believe.
It is, though. It is time for make believe.
Oh my goodness,
I'm ready.
Cedric having a preschool TV show.
That would be-
Jans.
With
Okay,
Win,
I almost
with,
spit my coffee out.
with Win as his co-host.
It'd be beautiful.
down.
Okay.
Don't
Cedric
major
and
in history.
There's no history.
No matter what you do, kids, do not major in history.
And if you don't know what we're joking about, go on back and watch our.
Go see our
Episode
previous
1.
stuff.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
All
Okay,
right.
What's
What
next?
else we got to talk about?
Geek Grind Coffee.
Keep crying.
Geek grind.
Oh, I meant to wear my shirt today.
Geek Grind Coffee right here.
Are you gonna sleep tonight?
Yeah.
Sleep is for the weak.
That's fair.
So-
that.
Wrong way. That way. To look at where I am now on the cameras. See there? It says promo iconic. If you use that promo code, you will get 20% off of Geek Grind Coffee.
Oh, it's down there.
Or it's like, which way are we now? If you do orders of $50 or more, it's free shipping. Go out to their site. Cool stuff. I think Laura was going to empty her bank account on it when she saw all the stuff out there.
All the pretty
with
mugs.
Art.
all the artwork
So
and
many
stuff.
pretty mugs.
The coffee is really good.
And the coffee
you come
is
for
great,
the coffee,
yes.
but you stay for the art because it's beautiful.
I don't
Yes.
drink coffee, but the art is awesome.
There's tea.
I need to try the tea.
Yeah.
I'll probably find.
But
I don't usually drink coffee. but
I'm
when I do,
actually working
it's Geek
through.
Grind coffee.
I'm actually in the process of working through my teas so that I do not feel guilty about ordering some of
Yeah.
their tea.
But yeah,
I
so
don't know.
Geek Grind Coffee, promo code iconic, great company. It is women-owned farms in Colombia. And I think it's like 600 different farms that they have down there. So wonderful company, cool product, shirts, mugs, coffee, tea. Check out their artwork that's out there. And like I said, promo code iconic. And not only does that get you 20% off, it helps us as well. And I'm raising money for more artwork for us so we can have it created and share with all of you guys. So, Geek Grind Coffee.
Yay!
We love art.
For
Elven
every
enlightenment.
dollar that goes to Geek Grind Coffee is another board that we can use to build Wynn's little house. So think of Wynn when you have your coffee.
Now I want one of those like little fairy houses, but a win one.
But that's it for me. Back to you.
Any other before we get started? Yep. Nope. Okay. Let's get into character.
We are back.
Alrighty, so when last we met, the crew of the Tyke's Fortune was facing a bit of a mess, we should say, because what started off as a nice trip to the general store to purchase a plethora of arrows.
One of each kind.
Still didn't get.
Dang it.
I still haven't got these arrows.
No, I just need some extra arrows, guys. That's it.
I'm telling you, you're going to have one of each kind.
We don't have enough money for that. I'm just telling you right now.
That's when you find out that Lexi's really a rogue.
I would not be surprised.
Here you go.
I just want Lexi to start crafting
Now, she'll
arrows.
just send Win in there. Win.
Get some arrows. Make it happen for me.
Don't tell me how it happens. Just make it
Just
happen.
bring them.
All right, so on her way there, she was accosted by a group of ruffians who, surprisingly enough, channeling the combat styles of a certain Cattell, held her own for quite a long time. Before finally succumbing to the great equalizer, which is the grapple. The one thing she couldn't dodge.
Yep.
Wynn, in the meantime, sped off to find the others to let them know that Lexi was in danger. By the time they made it, though, had already been taken away. It stopped this crew, though, as they used a little intimidation, persuasion, and that's about it. Got a location of where this stuff's going down. Like, that's all they really need. I don't know, there's probably the sword thrust, too, that probably didn't help either.
Oh, that's right.
You know, I mean...
I forgot
like
about
the good
that.
cop, bad cop, too, that you kind of used in there. It's like, I'll heal you, I'll help you, and going on.
I didn't even realize that. That was so not intentional.
But it's exactly what happened.
It is.
Oh, okay.
See, all the rest of us do, though. We're all like, see what's going on here. Okay. Oh, yeah, I do see the overlay now. Nice.
Thank you.
Pretty.
Thank you. I had a lot of fun with it.
I don't know why I'm in the center, though. It makes me feel self-conscious, but okay.
You're the
We all
game
look
master.
You're the game master.
Look at you.
What did you
Oh, there we go.
We are all focused on you.
We can all.
I'm focused on all of you. That's what's throwing me off. Okay. So that is where we are at in this particular predicament. When we will start with Cedric and Cattell and Lorna. They're on the streets as the constables are hauling your friends away. By friends, I mean the thugs that you don't like and are not sad to see go. I use the term friend very loosely.
So they're leading me there because I don't know where we're going.
Lorna has
Yeah,
already.
it's just happening.
Lorna has already started heading that direction.
Before you head in that direction,
Oh no.
can you make up for those present?
I
Make a
like
perception
how you
check.
raised your hand.
Right.
And you
Him
just
raising his hand.
he did the
Five.
wait, guys.
I was just teaching for the kids at home. That's how you do it.
Oh,
Oh, I guess I should put.
nice.
Ooh,
Oh.
Cedric's a little preoccupied with keeping his corporeal form
yes.
relatively
But
together.
he's still trying to like get his neck straight, from when he had a.
Oh gosh, that's right. Don't remind me. Ugh,
Yeah,
He's
no, I did that.
toast
So now you don't like that.
I hate that.
Crack,
Oh,
crack, crack.
don't like that at all.
Okay, Cattell and Lorna. You notice nearby, kind of looking into the alleyway area, there seems to be a figure kind of almost spying.
I look at Lorna.
Oh, How close is he to us?
30 feet.
Where are my weapons?
I'm gonna kill it.
Okay, 30 feet. I'm going to start walking in that direction. Just like as if I'm hurrying towards the warehouse that we heard said to us. And as I get within 5 feet, I'm going to reach out and grab this person by the whatever material they're wearing. Cloak.
Do I see them coming?
Yes.
Clearly. Yeah.
I'm not moving with any aggression until the last 5 seconds of.
What's Cattell doing? She's like, "Where's my weapon?"
I'm gonna kind of elbow Cedric and nod towards the individual. in the
Cedric
shadows.
looks over and
Is Cedric still
Popping
got
noise as he
juicy
turns
legs?
his head to look.
no, all that sort of ended when he kind of died.
When he died, yeah. Okay, that's too bad.
He didn't die. He went unconscious.
I mean, he's probably already dead. He just
Fair. This is
died
fair.
again.
It's fair.
You don't know
Nearly
me.
dead.
Almost dead.
So yeah,
Nearly dead.
I'm yanking out, trying to grab the figure quickly.
I'm gonna be on standby, so if I need to, I can pounce like I do.
Cedric raises his left hand while his right hand grips his estuk.
I'll let it happen of the Lord. Oi, easy on the digs there, lovey. All right. Hey. Wait, aren't you the group that's with Gears?
I look back at Cattell, super confused.
Gears, you know, where's the goggles and got all the books and the tools and was working on the ship?
What are you talking about,
Gears.
Lexi? Yes.
Oi, yeah, Gears.
Do you know where she is? I still
Well,
have a hold of whatever I ate.
Yeah, like I said, off the digs there, lovey.
Not until you tell me where she is.
Oh, all right. Listen. So, a few hours ago, I saw her get attacked by these ruffians, and one of them was this crocodile guy, and dragged her off. And I owe her a favor. So, are you the group that travels with her?
I let go and look back at Cattell and Cedric,
Thank
really
you.
confused.
So what does this figure look like? Describe him to us.
So he is about 5'10", very lanky. He's kind of got flames for hair, flame and feathers for hair kind of coming off of him, and his eyes are a kind of goldeny, fiery eyes, and he's very young. Like he's a teenager in his late teens kind of look. He's got like very, not necessarily ratty clothes, like they look nice, but they're fairly dirty. And these oversized, very cushiony boots on, and strapped to his belt is a wicked looking sword. And just, oi! And definitely with the Newsies kind of cap on. Gotta keep with the theme here.
I like this character.
Love everything about this so much.
I'll walk up. Lexi is a part of our group, yes?
Yeah, she's a friend. She took care of me on the ship for a bit, and she was gonna come talk to me earlier today and never showed. So I went looking. She told me where she was staying, and I went looking and saw what happened. And then you all did what you did. So, bloody hell.
Why didn't you step in?
Let's just say that I do better at staying towards the shadows, and I know where my strengths are, and fighting is not necessarily one of them right now. I've got a lot to learn.
Lorna kind of leans to the side and looks at his sword. And then back
You will
in
notice
Cattell.
though that his sword is not in a scabbard. It's like literally just kind of like tied to his
Like,
side.
Fine.
it's shoved into his belt. Like, no
Right.
holster, nothing. Like, I'm surprised the belt's still there.
Well, they said she was at the warehouse. So I'm going there. And I start.
Direction? Apparently that way. All right. Well, tunnel off. Let's go. I just want to get my friend back. Dang it.
I was just standing back like, oh no, he's one of them. With this kind of thing before.
I just loved your reaction of like your head like shook for a second, like what just happened?
Hey,
Cedric,
y'all wanted Lorna to step up a little bit. Here you go. I'm just kidding.
No, it was good. It was good. Cattell's just like memories of urchins and things that she's dealt with in the past. He's like, okay, mentally preparing herself.
She only killed half of them, so it's okay.
Well,
I mean, everything's fine. Keep going. Proceed.
during this whole encounter, Cedric has just stood in the back, though he lowered his hand at some point. And now he's watched them just scamper off as a group. He just mimes a sigh and then carries on afterwards.
I kind of keep an eye on
That's Cedric's
Cedric.
catchphase now is
Mime the sigh.
We need a gif of just Cedric's sigh.
It's the best.
Do I remember the way back to the warehouse? I'm not the one who should be leading. That's FYI to everyone.
It should be me.
I mean,
well, Cedric has been there as well.
Oh, that's true.
in
Cedric.
there, so-
I would probably be better if I was on the rooftops to get my bearings, but
That's true. We were rooftop running.
Hold on, everybody.
yeah. So
Meanwhile,
I'm heading in that direction.
elsewhere,
man.
you're in a darkened room, or at least appears dark with that bag over your head.
Who, me? Or who are you referring to?
Wait for it. Wait for it. You hear some, you're roughly handled and such and slammed into a chair. Your hands bound behind you, bag over your head, and you hear one of the individuals, make sure she stays tied up till the boss gets here. Right. And then you hear a door close. This is Lexi. She feels she's alone until she hears breathing from directly behind her.
And I have a bag over my head, you said, right? Okay,
Yeah, and
so I
you're
can't see
fine.
anything. Okay.
You hear just a steady breathing.
Is someone there?
Well, sure, I'm here. Is someone there?
Yes.
Are you with those folks? I already told Mr. Tremaine and Mr. Payne I was not interested in their deal. What are y'all trying to pull?
Who are you talking about? Who are
Oh.
these people?
Well, you're not with them. I don't know. Oh, you're tied up too, aren't you?
Yes. And I can't see anything.
I suppose we're in a similar predicament then.
Okay. Why are you here?
Well, I have no idea. I don't know much about who took me or why. I only have a guess. Do you know who took you in?
I'm going to assume it's the guy with the box.
A guy with a box. What kind of box? Why'd they take you?
It was a square box. I don't know what was inside. I wanted to know what was inside, but I never found out what was inside. We last night we were following him and I want to use my hands, but I can't. I forget they're tied up.
Sure, well, let's slow down. First off, most boxes are squared. But that doesn't really provide me with much to go off of here. We were following someone with a box and then got tied up. It doesn't really help either of us figure out what's going on.
I just wanted to know what was in the box. That was it. When someone that you work for hands someone a box and they don't know that you have that you're there, and I followed and I shouldn't have followed. Oh, Lexi, what are you thinking?
Well, sometimes curiosity does kill the cat, but thankfully we're still alive.
But for how long?
Well,
Hopefully my friends are on their way. My fuzzy friend, Wynn's gonna get them. Wynn's gonna bring them here. Everything will be okay.
you got a dog that's gonna come get us?
Wynn is definitely not a dog, and don't ever call Wynn a dog.
I have no idea what's going on. You said you had a fuzzy friend coming along. The only fuzzy friends I know are dogs and cats.
I'm not quite sure what this fuzzy friend is. Green and cute and multiple arms and just adorable. And my friend.
Are you all right in the head? I mean no offense. What is going on? This is all so strange.
Okay, do I recognize an accent or anything? So I could start, just me, myself, of like, so I could start pegging.
Below the Bible Belt.
That's what I'm like going. I'm thinking Mississippi, Louisiana, Texas. No.
Maybe somewhere near Texarkana.
Can I figure an accent of location or?
It's a long shot, but it's possible with you because you've traveled around. Let's go with just roll a d20.
Let's roll a d20.
No modifiers.
You've heard like it has tones of those who live kind of like in the outlands, like away from the major cities and such. Some of the more rural communities, but you can't place it. You're
Okay.
But certainly would be more in the regions of either somewhere between Petra and Qadan.
Okay.
There's a lot of region in that.
I know. I'm like, okay, so nothing.
Yeah.
Okay. That was it.
And just to make sure that.
Oh, what language is he using?
That's what I was about to cover.
Yeah.
Karen.
Okay. Are you gonna tell us something, or I'm waiting on something?
I didn't know I had anything to say.
You said Taryn, and like you were gonna say something else, so I'm like,
oh, I'm sorry.
I'm anticipating something.
Inflect where I didn't mean to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it definitely had that like.
I know. That's what I was like.
It's like DM is buffering. Hold please.
I know. Okay. And he.
This is your GM.
Okay.
Nice.
And is he fluent in it? Not choppy? Is it like his main language?
No, he is, I would say, proficient with it. He has a good grasp of language, but there is the accent.
Okay. I speak perfect Terran. So, just so you know. Okay. That was it. I'm trying to take in.
Now, we've got two things going for us here. One, we're not dead yet, and if our captors wanted us dead, we'd be dead. And two, you said you got friends coming. So that's a shining, glimmering light of hope.
I certainly hope they're on their way. When we'll get them. Please.
I sure hope so.
And you don't know why you're here? How long have you been in here?
I just woke, more or less just woke up like this. The only thing that comes to mind is I rejected an offer from two gentlemen to, they wanted to use my abilities for one thing or another. I said no thank you. And that's all I can guess.
What abilities did they want to use?
I've got some talents that are unusual or rare. I don't talk much about it.
You're going to fit right in.
I guess I'll find out why they want something to do with me. I do not know. I don't know. I'm just assuming because I was curious about whatever was given to him, and I followed him. Hopefully they don't get Lorna, because Lorna was with me too. Oh gosh, if they got her before could not be. Oh goodness. It's gonna work out. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
You don't think we should try to, make something happen here? I think me and you are sitting back to back. I wonder if we can't undo these ties to our hands.
Ooh, are we
For
back
each
to
other.
back with our hands close together? Yeah.
You can try.
Okay, we can try it.
Oh, always worth trying. This is going to be an escape roll.
Ooh, escape. Escape.
be
Yeah, I like
tough.
that. Let's see.
We'll see. So if you go to your abilities tab,
There it is.
and it's on that list there.
Whoa!
Oh,
Hey, look at that.
Hey, first roll for Belmy.
Wait, how did I get a 38? Something.
because you
Uh,
rolled
oh,
a
it's,
natural 20.
You rolled a
so it
natural
just
20 and
explodes.
explodes.
You get an extra
Well, then.
roll added.
And then I rolled really good too.
You did.
Good way to start.
All right. That's a great way to start. All right, back to the alley.
Back to the hell.
All right. You're heading off. Who's leading?
I'm gonna hold everybody real fast.
Okay.
What is with all of you just grabbing the clothes? I try to keep them nice. What is with all of you? Thanks.
Baguette. Okay, we need to decide what we're going to do here. Are we going to just rush in and kill everyone, or are we going to try and do this sneaky-like?
Well, I'm fairly good at sneaking into places that I really shouldn't be. I can at least
fairly
scope it out
good.
for you and report
Figured
back.
I figured I would get there and probably sneak in as well. Although, if I remember correctly, there wasn't really any way to sneak in. There's really only one or two entrances.
Is there a
Cedric-
sewage system here? Is there a sewer?
I look at the other two because I have no idea.
Being familiar
Roger would know. Just he's passing by. He has seen manholes.
Grates and sewer entrances?
Yeah.
That's one way to get in. Every place needs drainage. That's one way to get in.
The wall.
Oh yeah, there
What
was
about-
a thing that Cedric was able to do. A way in. We got out that way, didn't we?
Yes.
Is it being watched? I mean, you didn't get caught last time. No offense, but I've been in sewers before and they are not my favorite place.
No, but it hasn't rained here in a few days, so they should be fairly cleaned out and not too terrible.
Yeah,
It's a sewer.
You're not from a city, are you, love?
No, she's not.
Oh.
It's
How do I explain this one?
it's unpleasant, and
Why, it can be.
it stinks.
Yes.
Excrement.
Yeah, that.
Oh,
It's where that gets drained to a place for, like, the tanners to use to make fine leathers and whatnot. But it's where all the waste travels throughout the city. A bit, yeah.
and you wanted to go walking through it.
It's a great way to sneak in. Ain't nobody's gonna expect you to coming out of a sewer.
Nobody uses sewers usually.
As a
unless-
way of travel. Therefore, no one's going to expect that to be a point of entry because everyone wants to avoid it like the plague.
They are
For good
useful,
reason.
but
Like I said, I could sneak through, get some information on other access and entry points, and come back. But if tall, dark, and creepy over here has got a better way of doing it, then we could do it his way.
When exactly were we supposed to be leaving?
I don't know. We only know we're supposed to be taking a train out of here.
Oh, was it a day or so?
I thought it was today.
I thought it was today as well, because Gears was going to come and talk to me about either traveling with you guys today or what. So I don't know if we're missing a train or...
I haven't really even, but not a train. I don't even know what it looks like exactly. So, perhaps we need to work a little faster.
Probably. Cedric, what's this wall?
Climb over the wall.
Oh. And
Fair
you
enough.
didn't get caught the last time, but it's not being watched?
It was dark.
Is it dark now? We're in the middle of the day, right?
No, it's not. It's not dark right now.
Can I make some perception checks of, like, scoping out a place? Kind of
same.
perception checks?
Same.
You will be able to once you know more about this place, because you're
Okay.
not right now. You're tracking well on what your planning is, but that plan may get thrown out once you realize where this place is.
How far are we from the warehouses? And have I been able to figure out my way back there?
Let's go to the map.
Map
Hey.
time!
Whoa, whoa.
Map time. All right. Everybody see the map? Does it load up for everybody?
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. You all are currently right here. I'll ping it.
All right.
That's where you're at.
I'm zoomed into
Was that where
This
the attack happened?
Is
'Cause we
where? Yes.
So,
Oh, I'm sorry. It was actually over here. It was further away.
oh, okay. So we moved a little ways. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. It was over here. This is where. Here. Outside, and this is why, because it's outside of the city. So sewers may not.
Sewers may not, but there's got to be some sort of storm drain type situation.
Or outhouses.
I was saying storm drain for rain, otherwise this entire area is going to get full. Very Helm's Deep, one point of weakness kind of scenario.
So this whole city sits on top of this plateau. So this is actually risen up, and if you looking at the map there, where that water is down there, that's a river that runs around it, but it's pretty far down. So
Okay.
most likely it probably runs deep and then out.
Okay.
Have I been able to start guiding everyone in that direction?
No, because Cattell stopped everybody.
I start moving again in the direction. I may be in a city, but I know my north, south, east, and west. So I know roughly the direction.
And this little area over here, where Dodger just clicked for some reason.
Oh, my bad. I'm trying to move the map. It's a new system for me. I'm trying to move the map around.
Right click to move the map.
Thank you.
Yep. That area would be known as Cattell's Lament.
There's a story there that I'm going to need some context on later.
Except nobody knows the story because they weren't there.
Oh no!
I walked right by.
Oh my god, that brought tears to my
You sensed a
eyes.
great sadness, but you managed to continue on.
I did, yeah.
That was
That's a
beautiful.
great sadness, yeah.
Oh well.
Yep,
That's a bummer.
That's her life.
All right, so yes. So yeah, when you followed the individual that evening, you followed this track right there.
Okay. So I'm just gonna kind of nod.
And
to her
then
now.
you can't see it on here because this is like so zoomed off, but this whole area is the wall that Cedric was talking about. This is all.
As we get closer to the wall, it's like that reminds Lorna. She's gonna look back. Does everybody have a way to get back in? Remember we had to have those papers?
I have the papers, like the group papers.
I have some too. I got my own.
Oh,
Cedric pulls out his
Papers?
brand new papers.
What papers?
If you leave the city, they won't let you back in unless you go and
I'm
pay.
sure Dodger has found a way in and out without papers.
Yeah. I've got me ways. I'll make it happen somehow.
Well, if we're going straight to the train after this, depending on where that's located, where is the train
The
station?
train is out of the town of Terravale,
We have to
So
try.
it's
which
not
is
in the
5 days
city.
from here.
Yeah, we have to leave the
We have to actually
get there to
travel
get to the train.
get to the train.
So
So
we
I
were supposed to leave today to
it
get there.
is,
so
leave, memory serves. It's like that way.
so we still need to get you arrows, but obviously Lexi comes first, talking and walking.
We can do that.
Just call yourself Lexi.
Did I don't know.
I heard my name too, but I wasn't quite
Oh,
sure
did
why
I
my name
not?
was being.
I'm not sure if
What
it was
did
part of
I
the phrase
say?
or it was like, but it
Oh
was
no,
like.
no! We need to go get Lexi, but we also
Got
need to
it.
get you,
Okay, I
need to
missed
get
the
you
other
arrows.
words in
But
between.
first, so we need to get you arrows, but first we need to get Lexi. Lexi comes first in this situation, so we can grab her. Hopefully,
gonna
grab you some arrows.
Start watching for the sky, trying to see as I'm walking, hopefully the right direction. Again, I know north, south, east, and west, and I definitely knew which
Right.
way I went before. So
While she is not city savvy, she can lock in onto points of reference and can plot her path. Yes, Dodger.
Hearing that somebody needs some arrows, as we're walking and talking, Dodger's gonna start falling back towards the back edges of the group, following everyone. And, are there any, like, city guard that's around that have arrows that I could just grab some?
We'll let your dice decide it. Roll percentiles. You'll see that it's on your bottom right corner right above the word roll. See the little
Okay.
percentiles? Click that, give it a roll. Let's see.
Let's see. Come on, dice.
75?
75.
Yep. All right, now roll what you know.
So just so you're aware, Cedric is trailing the party, and as you slip back, he follows you with his eyes, just going back.
Never let him out of your sight.
I just need to know
See
what I
it?
need to roll with.
You want to go to you want to go to your abilities tab. You want to scroll down till you see the word I can't pronounce.
Ledgerman?
Sure.
sure.
Why
I
did
will
you
accept
reload
that
page?
word for lack of a better one. I don't.
That one. Do that.
All right. Well, things are going to get complicated now.
Yep, they are, because it was a natural 3 on the dice. Why did you do such things? I've been betrayed
Yes. So early.
so early.
All right. So as you start to pull back, Cedric, you see him kind of like he kinds of glancing, and you kind of notice and kind of just sidesteps a little bit more to where he's going to do kind of a pass by these constables that are, we'll say, you're about right here at this point. And
Lovely.
he starts kind of sliding over onto him, and seems to be like he's going to make a grab. Just because he rolled poorly, so it's not even subtle.
No.
He's like,
No. Hey, I'm used to having a crew of kids helping me with this, causing a ruckus and whatnot.
Yes,
I'm not
you
used to
need the
working alone anymore.
I'll let,
So-
just for sake of, yeah, if you want to intervene before this goes down.
The player would appreciate it. Dodger would
Yeah.
not, but the player would appreciate it.
actually, my demeanor comes into play here. So, seeing sticky fingers rising up towards the guard's quiver, Cedric makes 2 quick steps and bumps into one of the guards on his way to intervene.
All right. So he totally messes you up, hence the bad roll.
Mm.
And as he bumps into them, they turn. It's like
Sorry.
gives. They
I'm
look over. Then they look down at Dodger too, and look at both of you. Go both standing a little too close.
Do I notice what's going on?
You guys
They're
have.
not
You guys
following?
are further ahead. Yeah,
But
you mean you
I
hear?
was
You're not.
keeping
You're
an
not so
eye
far
on
away that you can't hear
Cedric.
them talking. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was keeping
You
an eye
hear
on
them kind
Cedric
of-
because I'm worried about him. Okay.
Yeah, you hear like all this interaction, not 5 feet behind you. As you turn and see.
Sorry, mate. Just wanted to get out of the road to tie my shoes for a bit. If I'm in your personal space, I apologize, and I'll mosey my way over here to tie my bloody shoe. Lovely.
Cedric, looking at the guard.
I'm
I
gonna
need
go,
to tie my shoe.
I'm going
And
over
he
to
turns and
Cedric.
follows Dodger.
I'm gonna go over to Cedric.
Lorna is still walking. She has no idea. I'm just gonna own it. She's gone.
Word of advice, tall, dark, and broody. If someone's coming up with a clever lie, don't copy the same lie. Makes it a bit on the nosy, if you know what I mean. And he ties a shoe and just starts walking.
Advice.
You know, Cedric doesn't have laces on his. He's just wearing regular
Don't.
boots.
Yeah, he just has boots that have never been undone ever. But he says to you while keeping stride easily,
Advice. Do not steal.
Keep your words down.
Everything all right?
I was trying to help us be a bit more prepared and lift a couple arrows, but someone intervened.
Not exactly how we do things in this group.
Hey, if it's gonna help me live in a potential fight later, figured it was smart.
I have total faith that my companion who needs arrows doesn't need arrows to protect anyone.
Don't
Sure.
steal.
I'm
All
probably
right,
about
Brody.
80 feet ahead of them, if not more,
Yeah.
at this
We
point.
need to get moving. Let's
He's
go.
this big, off in the distance.
I'm kind of hustling everybody on.
Alrighty. Let's change scenes.
We're never gonna get rescued.
We're rescuing ourselves.
Lorna's coming for you, right? It may not work. We may all get
Sorry,
captured, but
Velmy,
Lorna's coming.
I lied.
Oh no, the last thing that's going to happen to Cattell is get captured, but she will leave you all if she has to.
Oh boy.
You don't do being captured.
Wow, there's no love.
She doesn't do getting captured.
She'll lament you at her lamenting spot.
Right. We'll return and mourn you.
she'll think back to the party that almost was.
Yeah. Remember that crew I used to run with? I wonder whatever happened to them.
We didn't have a chance to bond.
All right. Meanwhile, into the super ability roll room, you quickly unravel your vines. Both of you, actually, because 25 was the DC, and you certainly got that. So you completely unravel your ropes. I color all over the screen because I didn't have the right thing picked. And you're free.
Right. Well,
Just at that time, as the ropes start to fall, you hear a door open.
Okay. Well, time to freeze and just pretend. That
Yes.
Yep.
Nothing to see here. Individual comes in and definitely in the room, does not notice that you are free. At least isn't making any gestures that you can hear, but is definitely in the room. And you hear like the creaking of furniture, almost like they're leaning against something. And then you hear some other footsteps coming in. And there's two individuals. I don't want to role play with myself, so they're basically just talking about the just card game they played, who was cheating, that type of thing. Completely oblivious that you are no longer bound.
They sound like city guards. Like they're talking about.
They definitely have a very callous to their talking. It's very crude and does not sound to be proper citizenry.
Now, listen, folks. I'd love to know what's going on.
They stop.
You'll know what's going on soon enough when the boss gets here. Yeah, when the boss gets here. Yeah.
Who's the boss?
Right. Well,
You know it's
don't...
good for you. You'll keep your mouth shut.
Sure.
Yeah, keep your mouth shut.
Well, Bellamy knows what's good for him.
Are they like walking through, or now are they just standing in the room?
They were standing, but they're still in the room.
And there's
Anyway,
three of
as
them,
I was
right?
saying,
There's three, right?
Two
Might-
that
Two?
you've heard.
Two that we've heard. Okay.
Two that you have heard.
Are they close to us, or like they across the room?
They're relatively close to you. If you had a guess, about 10 to 15 feet away from where you're at.
It's like a whisper. They
There's a
could
bit of
probably
echo
still
to
probably
this room, so you
pick
know,
it up.
you
Okay.
feel like you're in a larger room. But they are not far from you.
Do I feel my wrench on me? Like, what do I feel still on me? Did they like take stuff
No, they
off?
took your stuff.
Okay.
You have no tools.
Okay.
That big old pouch of money, that's gone.
Oh, I'm getting that back.
Even if we have to burn the whole place.
I will burn it down. Everything.
Even if we have to burn the money too, still get it back.
I'm assuming I shouldn't whisper because they're close enough, so I'm just kind of like, in my head, I'm like, oh crap. Hurry up, people.
You could tell she's already moved on. Hard, but she's done it.
All of a sudden, I feel so alone.
Tell went from we're gonna go rescue Lexi to, well,
Sorry, guys. I don't do capture.
It's not gonna work out. You got a backup character, right?
bigger question: do you really want to build a backup character? Oh, they.
look up those 5th edition rules real quick. that looks pretty easy.
Oh no. Oh, we froze for a second. We're
So
back.
the cover over our heads. Can I
Like
sense?
a burlap sack.
Okay, so like no lights getting in at all. Like
Very little light, enough that you know that there's like light in
Like-
this room, but not enough to see anything
Okay.
of any clarity.
But
Just a different
light where I'd be
vision,
like,
dark.
okay, I know there's a window.
No.
Shoot. So I know either there's a way out. Okay. I know what I want to do, but I don't know if it's smart.
What would Lexi do?
Lexi would be jumping up, ripping off the thing, like, let's go! But I don't know. There's someone with me that I don't know his skills. I don't want to kill him. And you said they're like 15 feet away? Like behind
10 to
me,
15
the
feet
side of
away.
me, in front of me?
Beside. They are to your right.
They are to my right. Okay. And you're just being quiet, just sitting there?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
they've probably got weapons. They've taken our weapons.
I know.
We're not dead yet. They probably want to talk to us, so I'm willing to let this, see what happens.
I want to know what's in that box. I'm obsessed with this box.
Clearly.
We've noticed.
It'll be the death of you.
I need to know if I can trust Captain Barron or not.
That is the issue.
That's the issue I have. Okay. I'm gonna be
Meantime,
quiet.
outside. So, Lorna, being furthest ahead, you pass out of the city gate and are now outside the city. You pass the watch that's posted at the gate there, which they obviously, again, do not stop anybody leaving the town. So you just walk past them. They just take note of you, and you head about.
Are they the same guards that mocked?
No.
Oh, good.
Yeah. These are pro-win guards. Yeah.
Pro-win guards.
I'm still looking up in the. I've been tracking the skies this entire time.
Oh, now Win at this point is totally like making sure to keep eye contact and stuff. So she is. You see her kind of move ahead and then kind of come back and move ahead, and come back. And
I'm gonna circle around back where I know we came out of the wall, like over the wall when we came out, and I'm gonna stop, hopefully not in direct sight of the guards, and I'm gonna motion for Win to get closer, and then I'm gonna just say, "Did you find her?" I care where everybody else is. I know what I'm doing. So
okay. So like to give you like a sense of this place, because I have the map up. So where those two kind of buildings on each side of you are, that's actually how you get in. So those are actually connected to a wall. So that's one entrance right there.
you have us on the inner map right now, not on the big screen.
Yeah. So right
okay.
there where it kind of cuts off, that's pretty much where this place starts. I have you sitting there. You're not there yet, but just so you get a sense of what it looks like. That would be the main opening.
Well, this is where the fight took place before.
I'm talking about that side hall aisle, that side area.
I was just letting you know so you knew that is the only way in. Over to the left of that is that's the wall that you guys climbed over. I just haven't moved you there because that's outside of this.
Got it.
Go ahead.
I would have asked Gwen the same question. So I stop and kind of tuck back a little bit, and I'm asking Gwen.
Okay, Wynn glides down and drops down on a branch of a tree. I haven't looked in yet. Do you want me to go?
We actually might have someone who looks more the part. You kind of stand out a bit.
She kind of looks up like she's offended.
You're quite lovely, but you're bright green. It doesn't exactly hide around here.
She's like, I can fix that, and she vanishes.
Fair enough. All right, quietly, please. Go see if you can find her. How did you... It's like it caught up in my brain. I was like, I really need to talk to her about what she can do. Should have asked that before
You
leaving
kind of
home.
hear like a quick fluttering of her wings, and then she says, "I'll show you." And she kind of flutters away.
How far away are we from Lorna?
At this point, you are now approaching where you see Lorna's out onto the side wall of this particular. You see on the other side a series of low buildings, and she seems to be like looking at it, as far as you could tell, in the direction.
And I don't see
Of the
any individual thug-looking persons, do I?
Nope, no thug people.
And is this like? Oh, so we're at the wall that they used previously.
Yes.
Okay, so and are there like trees and things by it?
No,
No.
which makes the how they got over the wall a new question, because it's a relatively high wall.
How high?
What was it? 15?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it was 14, 15 feet.
Yeah.
I thought it was 15 feet.
Yeah, I'm like, I think Lorna might be able to climb that.
I'm pretty sure Qadan can climb it too.
Find out!
Not that there's definitely another way she can get through it, but okay, so I'm gonna catch up.
That would reveal too much.
Too much too soon. So
You have
I'm
to
gonna
kill
catch
everybody.
up to Lorna. I probably would. Any news?
Wynn went inside went inside to look for her.
And no signs of any watchers?
Well, not yet. But she's sort of invisible, so I don't think they'll be able to see her.
Right, but we know that we need to know that for ourselves.
I can sneak in if you like.
Give me a minute. I'm gonna try and go up the wall.
All right, let me give context before anybody goes trying to climb up the wall. It's a DC 25.
Okay.
Yeah, if
You gonna
Cedric
let me
sees,
do acrobatics?
You'll
Cedric-
use climb.
if Cedric sees
Get back
her
to
running
the
at the wall, he will.
Yeah, remember, you rolled really good when you did
I
that.
was
You rolled
actually
an
gonna, like-
outstanding roll.
As she goes for it, the hesitate, and then, and I'm gonna reach out a hand to like give a foot, like a hand hold up.
Okay, that gives a plus
Okay.
2 to the roll with a boost. Yeah, that would
Just
do a
a
plus
plus
2.
That was the only way I got
That was
over.
not
You guys
rolling
had to
it
help
too,
me.
I'm so sorry.
What is going on?
I was trying to scroll and it clicked buttons. I'm sorry.
So can I
You
use
feel like-
acrobatics for this?
Yeah, there's walls like this in Petra, I remember.
I was trying to look at my stats, dang it.
Well,
Sorry.
making it work. It's on the screen now. We have to work it in.
Yeah, Petra
Oh
check.
no.
Other cities have walls.
Also, Mike.
Yeah, other cities have walls too.
So can I roll acrobatics for this?
Fine.
Because you need. I mean, you could if there was like another wall for you to kind of do like that little little parkour bounce off of, but there's nothing there. It's literally like you would be using climb and just trying to climb the
Can't
wall.
I like?
I will say because you got what's your acrobatics score?
10 plus 10.
I'll give you a plus 1 onto the roll, plus her plus 2, so that's a plus 3
Okay,
to try to get this wall.
What's your
Okay.
climb score?
10.
Then why are you fighting for acrobatics?
Same.
Oh, I didn't realize that I could do. I mean, I didn't realize that that was a thing.
It's okay.
I thought that
Yeah,
was
it's
the
okay.
speed. Okay, I'm gonna just click on.
Oh no! Oh yeah, it is. If you're looking at climb up at the top, that's your speed. Go down into your skills, and you'll see the climb skill.
No, I want acrobatics.
Yeah, I bet you. Yeah, I was like, I don't think you have a 10 in that. Well, that's pretty good.
Like, jeez,
You're-
really?
Boom!
You're welcome.
Wait, you rolled acrobatics. You can't roll acrobatics. You got.
You said I couldn't.
with a plus 3. No, the acrobatics is giving you a bonus.
What?
He's giving
So
you
plus
plus
three,
plus 3
roll
because
climb.
because of your
Plus
acrobatics
three,
is so
roll
good.
And then roll climb. Yeah. No. So you get a great leap, but there's nothing to grab onto, so you're just kind of
Okay,
slide back
then
down.
I'm going to.
Have you ever actually climbed a tree or anything?
I'm not done yet. So how high up do I get?
Attack the wall.
How high up do I get, man?
As a 16, you made about 10 feet up. So you're about 5. You're 5 feet.
I duck underneath her to like put her feet on my shoulders, and I'm just like, this is so stupid. I probably could have made it over.
I blinked up.
Okay. All right, explain this.
So Catal boosts up about 10 feet, and then she disappears and is on top of the wall, crouched real low.
Can everybody do it? Because it's
That's bloody
bloody
cheating.
annoying. Right?
That's bloody cheating.
Thank you.
She was getting on me for nicking things. That's
It's
cheating.
a bit different, but Wynn would
So I'm
probably
gonna
agree
look
with you.
over, keeping low, and try to see if I can peg any, yeah, to see what I can
Here, I'm gonna move you over kind of where you can see. Right there.
see. Okay.
That's what you see at the top of the wall.
So I can see 2 individuals morph.
Mm-hmm.
While she's doing this, Cedric walks up to Lorna and bends over and says, "Can you boost me?"
I suppose so.
He nods, turns around, walks back about 20 feet, and then dead sprints at the wall.
I can do that.
Meanwhile,
He looks straight at you.
Meanwhile, I am not the strongest character. I don't think that. I'm just going to throw that out there.
I'm pretty sure you're stronger than Dodger is. Just saying.
I am pretty darn agile, but, you know.
That's a +2 to your roll, and that's all because you don't have the acrobatics of Cattell, so that's a +2.
he's juiced up,
that's
so
like-
Oh, he's got his juicy legs on.
That's right. He had his juicy legs last time. That's right.
Yes, he did.
You know,
So-
whenever
so
we
he's
talk
ri-
about juicy legs, I just think of turkey legs and then I get hungry.
Me too.
I was already
just
hungry,
need
so
the-
now it's making me doubly hungry and also miss rim pair a lot.
Same.
Yeah.
Oh,
all right. So here comes his
All
climb
right.
check. He runs, jumps, and then something snaps in his leg as you boost him up.
Well,
Left.
and I try to catch him.
And he sort of like into the wall and grips it for a sec, looking up, and then like slowly starts sliding down.
Are you all right?
Cedric looks down at his leg. He like takes his knee and like shifts it, and there's another crunch.
Oh, God.
And then
You guys are killing
he
me.
looks at you and nods.
Is
What
this
are you?
normal for you?
It's starting to become so.
Yeah, he looks at the young man and just looks at him.
While this is happening, I'm going to turn over the wall and hold up my 2 fingers.
Cedric looks up.
You all look at her and realize that Cattell believes in peace.
I would know what she means.
I'm joking. Yes.
I'm assuming 2 guards.
I'm like, under every circumstance, backstory arguing, I would know what she means.
You know what she means. Yes, yes.
I'm going to also kind of give like a direction with my hands.
I'm gonna look at Dodger. Do you think if I prop you up, you can get high enough to talk to her? Or vice versa?
Well, I'm fairly decent at climbing. I'm all right at it. Not as. Yeah, we could give it a shot.
Just prop me up. I'm not trying to like climb all the way, although I probably could. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm just trying to get.
6'8", so he's gonna go walk in front of you, and like he's also roided out right now, and so he's just gonna like heft you up.
Oh, all right. That's there.
right, so
All
that's a
right.
+2.
Cool.
I mean, he's 6'8" and I'm 5'4", so
Yeah, so let's see. So yeah, you're covering a good distance there.
And it's
Okay.
15.
I
oh,
could
14,
even reach
15
down
foot
and
wall.
help her up.
Yeah.
Actually, my jump speed.
Just don't roll a
from
1.
so +2.
Don't throw
'cause
that
then
into the
you'll yank
universe.
yourself down.
+2.
I know,
That's
why I
it.
did it. I just
Or-
put that out there. What's that?
I mean,
just
my-
roll climb. With the +2, your DC is lower though. So because you're practic. Well, that's not gonna do anything.
Can I grab her?
So
Not with
good
that
at this,
roll. You
guys.
need to
Like,
get
I actually have a
close.
+6 to climb. Like, I'm actually good.
I
at
know.
this.
I was like, oh my gosh.
Wait,
and you
why
put the
didn't-
+2 on there too? Well, it wouldn't have
I-
mattered, but you didn't put 2 in the modifier.
I did up in the. Oh, I didn't put the
Did you
plus
click
sign.
off of it? You gotta get out of it.
Yeah, I didn't. Okay. So it'd be
Well,
11.
I mean, again, it's a try again. I mean, you can try again. It's not a make or break situation here.
I'm just trying to talk to her without yelling at this point. I'm not trying to get up
Oh.
there yet.
So he's just Okay, so yes,
Yeah.
he can hoist you up and hold you there. So you're probably you're not very far from her, but just out of where she can reach you, unless you like really try and reach and put yourself at risk of falling. But you are you can whisper to
Yeah.
each other without being heard.
Do you want a distraction? Wynn's looking for her. We can give her a moment. Or we can go around to the front. I pretty much distracted him from the moment I entered last time.
The fact that I can't see many concerns me that they're grouped probably where Lexi is.
Well, we took care of a few of them back in the alley.
Right. Can I look over towards the entrance? Do I see anything over there?
Well, you can everything that's appears on screen to you is what you have visibility to.
Okay. Is the entrance included in that, or is that another?
Yep, the entrance is, I don't know how zoomed out, but it's back here.
Okay, okay.
You see my P? That's the entrance.
Yeah. All right. I'm just going to keep an eye on the guards, and once Wynn returns with her location, she can point out the building she's in, and then we can just go straight to it.
All right. Do you want us all up top?
Probably not. Don't want to draw attention.
We
All right.
say as we're on a human tower.
Pretty much.
Tall, dark, and broody. What are they saying? I can't hear it. What are they saying?
Cedric looks down. To wait.
All right.
And are we, how
Oh,
close to the entrance are we? Is it as it is shown on the map?
Yeah, so
We're
from
right
where
next to
you
the
are,
entrance.
you are, what's that, 100 feet? 300 feet? I gotta zoom in. 100 feet. You're 100 feet from where they would come in at.
Oh. Okay.
Each one of those little squares that you see there, that's 5 feet.
Okay, I thought that the side of the wall we were on or whatever was near the entrance, but it's further away. We'd have to go like around.
It's near the main building, which is this
Okay.
building right here, where those two guys are standing.
Okay.
Because the rest of these are actually just roofs over open. You see crates and barrels and
Oh.
stuff underneath them. They're just there to protect them from weather.
Okay, so those aren't actually buildings.
Correct. My apologies.
So then she's probably where the guards are. Because now that I'm looking at them more, it looks like now that I know that's a building, is there an entrance that they're kind of like at?
Yeah, this
Or like
one
a
right,
door sort of
Yeah,
thing?
sorry, this guy. Yeah, right here. He's standing by a door.
Okay. Okay, we have a couple of options. I can get us in through this way, or we can go around towards the entrance. The first guard will definitely see us if we just come in and through this direction. We would probably have a better chance if we go around to the entrance and surprise them from the side.
What if we come both ways? I'll look down at the other two and whisper, "There's two ways in." both ways aren't great, but if we come in both, maybe surprise them that way.
Yeah, and worst comes to worst, one is a distraction for the other.
Do I see more towards the right if there's a wall-ish area over there? That's
Yeah, there's a
more
wall. There's a
obscure.
similar wall on the opposite on the opposite side as well, from where you are.
We could flank them, actually, from both sides. Catch one from one side, catch the other on the other side. I don't like going directly in front. I'd rather, if we can, take them by surprise and minimize the chance of them alerting anybody that we're here.
Think it works? They've already seen me. I was in
Right.
here yesterday.
But they don't know you're here now.
Fair.
So,
All
two
right.
of us go to the entrance and I and another person will take it from the other side. Are we waiting for Wynn? I don't see any other building except for that, but if she can find her and lead us to her without us having to scramble around and take unnecessary time, I don't know the interior of these places.
I'm gonna look around and just whisper, Wynn, are you there?
Do not hear a response, but shift back inside.
I'm gonna grab a sweatshirt because I'm cold.
Okay.
There.
All right, so back inside. These two do not, they seem to be in a very in-depth conversation about 3 Dragon Ante and that game and the ins and outs of this particular game. They don't seem to be like they're going anywhere anytime soon. But they are not paying, doesn't seem to be paying any attention to you. Now that with, oh my God.
There's Wynn!
Oh my god,
I love it.
that is so cute.
Oh my gosh.
Awesome.
Oh, look, you just looked at the mic and everything. We have a new
So happy
character.
that happened.
That
Watch back and she was just like
classic.
right there. I was like, yes,
The
child?
cat has taken over the stream.
Let's be honest, y'all came for it.
Yes. Okay. So, where was I?
They're just
don't know.
chilling, talking about this game.
They're talking about the game. They're not going anywhere.
They're just talking to each other out there. They don't. Now they could be staring directly at you. You can't tell. Doesn't sound like they're facing you based on the noise, but you have bags over your head. But they haven't made any comments towards you, about you. Just the ins and outs of gambling.
Would you all
And cheating
fancy
at it.
to? Would you all fancy to play a game? You know, it's mighty nice sitting here and all, but I prefer to play a game with y'all. Sounds like you're talking about gambling.
Oh, persuasion.
The two,
Oh!
we got the natural 20, and we got the natural 1.
All right. So,
That's an 11.
yeah, but it's also a 1. You hear footsteps and the creaking of boards as they approach. And then you feel a sharp pain right across your jaw.
Oh no!
You take 2 points of vitality damage.
Well, that was mighty rude, but I suppose you don't want to play. I'll keep my mouth shut.
Stay quiet. Yeah.
These freaking cards.
Your thugs, what? I don't know.
I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's just the one guy who just agrees with what everybody else is saying, no matter
Yeah,
what
quiet.
it is they say.
It's all I could do to
Give me
stay
all your
here
money.
sitting.
Give me all my money.
Though, when he walks away, they have it sounds like they've moved further away as they start their conversation, almost like they don't want to hear you anymore. They're still in the room though.
I've about had enough of this.
You fixing to run?
Pretty much.
Well, we don't know where the doors are.
I don't care.
So what? We just take these bags off our heads and start running?
Yeah.
We could be going deeper into this building, or, running into the boss man.
I'm willing to take my chances.
And listen, aren't your friends coming? Shouldn't we maybe wait till they arrive, and then, that's when we, reveal that we're actually free. We could help out if we're fixing to fight.
If they're coming.
The,
We've been sitting here for
A
a
door
while.
opens.
It's just that, like, do you really know if they're coming?
I'm at this point. I don't know if they're coming. I hope
you
they
hear the
are.
door open up, and you hear another individual come in the room.
How are they doing? Yeah, we had to hit that one. Yeah, hit him. Yeah.
And they start talking very, very quietly to each other. Lexi, you feel out like this pressure on your lap suddenly.
Okay.
And then kind of scurry around your back and like a pause. Huh.
Okay, so if I feel her go up there, I'm gonna be like going, we're unbound.
I know.
You feel something kind of
And I went, shh. And I go, shh, my friend's here. I just whisper
at
that
that
to
point,
him.
you feel something furry by your hands. Meanwhile, back outside,
Okay, who am I taking?
so are you coming down from the wall?
Nope. I whispered back down to the other two. The tall one wants to know which one's going up on this side.
I'll go up. It's fine.
All right. And I hop down and I will help Cedric with the whole hoisting Dodger up.
Yeah, you could probably just stand on his shoulder and he could just climb up your bodies like a ladder. Get it, and then they wouldn't have to roll at all.
Fair. All right, I'll stay where I am.
I was gonna roll and see what happened. Yeah, no, that would have been bad.
And once he gives it a shot himself, he realizes, yeah, it's probably a lot easier if I just...
Yeah. Fine, I'll swallow me pride and accept the help. It's fine.
So you scurry up the human ladder, and with Cattell reaching down, she's able to grab your arm and help you up to this. So you're both sitting up on top of the wall. And I will move you over to where she is.
Not exactly what I had in mind, but
I didn't think that's what you were saying.
no,
Here you
but that's
are.
okay because nobody knows about this thing, so.
It's the two redheads. Sorry.
It's Team Ginger!
I
will
smell
then-
trouble.
So we're going to the other side, right?
How are you going to get in through the other side?
No, it's the main entrance.
Yes, you're going to the
Alright.
main entrance.
I hop down with Cedric.
Yeah, Cedric just flop.
Okay, I turned to Dodger. That's not exactly what I intended, but I prefer this. So we're just gonna run across the wall and drop down on the far side.
Alright, I'll follow you. Follow your lead.
Now,
But
is
basically,
there...
you're going to like same spot, just now over,
Yeah, I'm just gonna do it
There.
by the wall.
like right there, right? But you did, I
Well-
cut you across, but you didn't cut across. I just You went
Right.
around, right?
So is there a way that, like, is it possible to be, how close can we get to this guy from the wall? Is that essentially where you put us?
With distance, you are probably the closest you can get to him from the wall, right where you
You
are
want
now.
to Assassin's Creed him?
I've not played Assassin's Creed, but I can imagine what that
What?
means. I
I'm
tried.
telling you
and I
all
was-
these things. People haven't
I
seen
was
Firefly.
so
People
bad.
haven't.
I have seen Firefly.
Who hasn't seen
is one of
Firefly?
my
I don't know.
favorites.
Someone weird.
John, we have to have a
Space
conversation.
Cowboys. Space
What?
Cowboys.
I don't
Okay.
know why.
So yeah, that's where we go.
Okay. So, but that's all right. So you managed to take it slow. I think you're agile enough.
I'm pretty sure I am. If
I
I'm
know
not,
you
there's a
are. So
problem.
check. Yeah, you're all right. You'll be okay. Yeah, if you take it easy. I'm not gonna put. It's not like it's a razor thin wall like thing
Right.
you can stand on it. So, all right. So you're positioned over there. At this point, Cedric and Morna arrive here ish.
At the
As
entrance?
as we're walking to
That's
the
the
entrance,
entrance, yeah.
I'm gonna look at Cedric. I know Cattell wants us to be all sneaky and everything, and I'm all for that, but once we get in there, it's pretty wide open. Do you want me to just try and distract him so you can get a better hit on him? Or they can.
He thinks for a second, then looks down at you. Nods. He brings out another vial, sort of turns away from you and raises his thing, and you see a black stream of like something pass out from underneath his mask. And he sticks the new vial in and downs it and tucks it away.
Lorna didn't see any of that because the minute he turned away like that, she turned away.
Okay. And I'm switching up my attributes.
And I'm gonna start walking in, but I am going to stick close to one of those pseudo buildings or stacks or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be super obvious, but it's more if they
There's,
notice
I mean,
me.
there you can actually close some pretty decent distance there because underneath these roofs there's crates stacked up and stuff, so you
Yeah.
can probably stealth your way a good chunk of the way.
I'm trying to stealth my way as far as I can, and then if I get to a point where I can't, then I'll make a decision.
Okay, you feel confident you could probably get to about there. Stealth.
Okay, I
Assuming
will
you make
get
your
there. All right,
way.
stealth then, I'm assuming.
Cedric is also stealthing now. You notice his movements are a lot more fluid.
It was almost a 2, and then it flipped back to a 20, and I went, oh!
Nice.
She vanishes. Just vanishes. As Cedric walks, hey, where did you go?
That's not what Cedric
I-
does.
All right, so
Cedric is still limping.
yeah, you get all the way
Sure.
there. Doesn't seem nobody seems to notice you.
Can I see the other 2 from where I am?
On the wall there,
Yeah.
they're higher than the roof, so
Okay.
I mean,
I'm just
yeah, you
wondering.
wouldn't be able to see it without poking your head out to take a look. So you have to go on faith that that's where, because that's where they said they were going. So that's
Yep.
where they're heading. As Cedric is moving along, not realizing his injuries are as severe, is not moving as fast as he would like, and this fella up here by the door, this green-skinned fella, was like, "You there! You there! Get out of here!" He has a what looks like some kind of a pick, and he like smacks the door with it, like "Deesh, deesh, deesh."
Oh man! As soon as I see that, I'm going for
Kill
it.
everybody.
Yeah.
And
Oh, I guess we're moving. We're moving. All right, then. Fine.
All right. Let's take a quick break. When we get back, we figure out what's going on.
Let's do it.
All right, we'll
Right.
be
Yes.
back in like 5-6 minutes. 5.
5 minutes.
5.
Okay.
Okay, I'll do it.
5
Enjoy our little video then.
Learn more about
Learn more about the
Characters,
characters, and I have
Fortune's
included
favor.
Belmy and Dodger.
Woo!
Okay.
Woo!
Goodbye.
And we're back.
And so, yeah, you guys just make sure you have characters all ready because this is going to probably end poorly for. Oh, hey everyone, oh, we're back. Okay. Let's roll initiative.
Like everybody, or just the
Everybody.
outside?
Everybody roll.
Do you
initiative.
actually have it set where we can roll right now?
Yes.
Okay.
Roll a 2.
I tried to help you, but I hurt myself.
Oh,
it's on
there's
the-
an
it's on
initiative
action.
button.
Yes, sorry.
Yep.
Action tab, top left corner. You
Oh,
see
yeah.
the
Sorry.
word initiative. Click it.
There we go. I think. Are you gonna do the thing? There we
Not
go.
adjusting for you. There it goes. And then we got Cedric, who I'm still waiting on.
Sorry, this is taking a long time.
All right. Begin combat. All right, Dodger, you're up.
Of course.
Of course, up there on your wall.
Up there.
So
on
we're
my
still up
wall.
on top of the wall, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.
So. Oh well, I guess we're going, and he's going to pull out his sword and try to not slice his belt in half. And just go. All right. Are we gonna do the thing today? Are we gonna? Let's just go, and just run into trying to find a way inside the building from up here or where the nearest thug guy is.
All right. So for you, where you're at, there's a guy you can't see him, but Cattell would tell you. So, but right here on your map, there's a guy. You have a 15-foot drop in front of you. This building, this is like a little small building right here, though. But that is only 5 feet lower than you. It's a 10-foot tall building. Then you can get to that and then get down, so you're not doing a straight 15-foot drop.
Yeah. Let's do some Assassin's Creed type stuff of just run, and then.
Okay. So that's
Just
gonna
come on,
be-
buddy! Don't fail me now.
Yeah, don't go. Yeah, please make me look cool. So that's going to be person check. That's not. You're not going to cover your distance in that much space. You can see my thing out there. He's a good 50 feet away, plus the incline of your height, so you can move and get right on top of him. And that'll be 2 actions, which is all you get, and that will put you right there on him, but you won't be able to attack.
Okay, then knowing that he's not going to be very loud about it, he's going to be sneaky and wait till his next turn.
I'm with you. Okay, so let's
No,
Whispering to the sword
Oh, wait,
the
just
whole
a
way
sec.
over there, but he's going to be quiet about it this time.
Pace yourself. It's coming. Cattell, you notice as he turns and he's talking to this sword, that with your experience too, he doesn't seem to be. He's not a swordsman. But as he's talking to it, you see this pulse of red energy just kind of pulse out of it for a brief moment, almost as if in response to him. And then he jumps.
Okay.
With a big old acrobatics check.
Rolling.
I'm just really testing your Wheaton roll. See if this is actually going to happen. Moment of truth. It's on
Moment
your
of
abilities
truth.
tab. Yeah. Abilities tab. There you go. You're fine. It was only a DC 10 for that distance.
Okay.
Yeah. Although that's good to know because I'm like, it ain't always going to be that easy. All right, so that puts you right here. You won't be able to see much because of that building, because it's got you thinking you're inside it. So let me get that.
I don't want to be inside it. I don't want to be on top of it.
Yep. Now, can you see him?
Now I can see him.
Yeah. In there, I don't need that. Okay. So you're on top of this roof there. Since you were trying to be silent, do a stealth check. Because remember, they're looking the other direction to even see if he even hears you. For him.
Come on, baby, don't fail me now. Really?
He doesn't look your way. His back's still to you. I rolled a 1. I rolled a 1.
Good.
I'll take it.
I guess I could show that there. There it is. Can you see my roll now when I do that? Does it pop up on screen?
I don't see.
Above,
See a
right
one.
above.
It's in the chat
yeah,
screen.
yeah, it's above
Oh,
his
okay,
stealth
okay.
roll. Yeah, there's my 1. All right, so that's your turn, which brings us to Lexi. So you hear just very, very, just in the distance. You hear a, that's all you hear.
What does do I feel wind moving around, or
Wind froze.
like she's listening to?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna hold, but I am ready to spring up at any moment to take this thing off my head so I can do what I need to do. I'm waiting to hear them leave to run towards the action.
Yeah.
Also listen to which way they're running to, so I know which way.
All right, it's Belmy's turn.
He's sort
So-
of doing the same thing, just biding his time. Yeah.
Okay. So both of you are perked up, ready to act when the moment is right. All right, Mr. Hopalong out there that triggered all these events, it's your go.
Did you just say hop along?
I mean that with I say that with love.
Do you? All right.
All right.
So Cedric is. Has anyone? No one has taken any visible offensive action, right?
No. Nobody has done anything. Like, you don't even know what's going on over on the sidewalk because you can't see over there, so you have no idea that Dodgers jumped over to their building, but that's not even crazy because the person's not even looking at them. So as far as you know, nobody knows anything other than this guy right here is yelling at you and smacking against the door.
Cedric just like stops, looks behind him, looks at the guy again. I'm injured.
I don't care.
You can't respond though. It's not his turn.
Okay.
Are you moving or are you just standing there and saying that?
He'll just stand there for now. Though he's going to go ahead and step around the side here, and he's going to trace out the symbol for Ignis. I
And
guess
then what?
he'll hold it for an offensive action.
Okay. Can't hold it forever. But okay. All right, now, so that's his versus guy. There he is. Okay. So zoomed out. Can't find my own people. Where's this guy at? He doesn't have a clue. Him. No. Nope. It's there. It's That's there. Saw stuff moving and you got no idea that there's movement going on.
Nope.
I'm just moving them all in place.
I just noticed how long it's taking you, and that makes me nervous.
I was zoomed way out, and I'm like going, so I'm having a hard time finding who's.
Oh, I'm on the round one and looking at it, and there's a lot. I was like, oh, I should pick. Oh, hey, there's an initiative tracker. Oh, yeah.
All right, Lorna, you're up. They have not even looked in your direction.
There's nowhere for me to sneak forward. I'm at the end of
You're at the end of your, any movement now will be in the open.
All right, yeah, she would. Okay. I'm going to knock an arrow and be prepared to fire if I'm provoked in any way.
Okay. So you're ready to action. All right, in the room where all of you are, you hear, what's all that racket about? Yeah, what's all that racket about? That's the extent of that. Then the door opens, and you hear a voice say, "Sounds like trouble outside." In the room that you're in. You can tell. Now's your moment.
Okay, so a couple questions. First, wormhole. It doesn't say if it's an action or if it's just something I can do immediately without expending an action. I've read it like 3 or 4 times looking for, because we don't do bonus actions or anything like that,
No.
right?
It's a standard action because it's using your teleport,
Okay.
and so that rule, but it's how you're using that. So it's a standard action to do it.
And nobody's taken any aggressive action?
Not
Yeah, screw that.
yet.
Okay. So I have 40 feet of movement.
Mm-hmm.
How far away am I from the individual who is...
45 feet.
Okay. So...
Oh, no, I'm sorry. No, that's on him. Exactly 40 feet.
All right. So I am going to... first, I'm going to throw my spear at him.
Yes, because that would have put you right there. I was checking for Dodger. I was like, wait a minute, how far was that? Yeah, because you can go to right there. So, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to first throw my spear at him and then jump from the wall and then close the distance to do my second attack.
You can only do one attack.
But it's a double spear. I thought it was 2 attacks.
Well, you're throwing it, and so therefore it's
I still have 2 ends. It pops back into my hand when I get there and boom.
Both ends are not in your hand. So.
Oh, come on.
That's pretty cool, but for a second level character,
Rule
I'm
of
like,
cool, man. Come on.
Yeah, rule of cool. Okay, she can bend a lot of space and time, but that would be extreme. But you can throw it and get your full move.
Okay, that's what I'm going to do.
Okay, so do your attack.
Ooh, hey. I thought it was going to be a 5.
That would be a hit.
Is it OC or A?
That is an A. So that's an amazing hit for those. So you have, depending on how good you hit, is what kind of damage you do. So she got an
that's
amazing
9 points
hit.
of damage, and I'm going to leap
And make an acrobatics check.
Towards this person. Acrobatics.
It is like totally taught. It's like there's almost a 3, and then
Jump the distance.
All right, so she like
tumble
throws
to
it,
a
and just
roll.
as it leaves her hand, it's almost like she just rolls with the spear, does a flip, lands on her feet, and sprints across the ground as the spear, almost like on pace with the spear as it's flying. So just as it strikes into the guy, and it hits hard, unfortunately, because he's low level, it's like right into him. And as he falls to the ground, you're there and you pull it right and just grab
Doesn't
it
it
out.
teleport back into my hand because I threw it?
I guess it could. I mean, but you're right
Yeah,
there,
yeah.
so just
I feel like for my flare, I need it to just.
Yeah, you need flare. Okay, so yeah, so it just like magically just shoots right back into her hands, and this guy
Could that
is now dead. Yeah,
this
you see
visible?
that happen. So, I mean, that's all like you're like all like because you're ready, and then suddenly you just see this guy kind of turning, looking towards where Cedric was at, wondering what's going on, and then you just see like this her spear blade just right out of his chest as he's, and then all of a sudden you see it like the flash and it's gone as he falls down.
You can tell
All
she
right.
has done this before.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Dodge,
Well,
you
just
can roll
looking
this
at
too,
this
as you're
going-
all like, come on, what the?
Was this visible or audible to Cedric? I'm kind of around the
If
building.
Cedric
so.
has line of sight, then he would have seen it.
It's gonna be nah. I don't think he's gonna be able to see that because there's
Okay.
boxes and stuff. Because that's where Lorna's hiding. So there's boxes and stuff.
But he's
between you
about to
two.
see this.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So Lorna, I'm gonna shift you here to Cattell now, and you're gonna go. Well, you're waiting for the action, so you would have gone before them, but I'm assuming you go after her.
I was, yeah, upon seeing her spear fly, I let my arrow fly. It's like,
All right.
boom,
Then I'm just
boom.
gonna put you guys simultaneously. So just boom, boom. You like as soon as you like you let go of the string, and
Okay.
it's your turn.
I lost my thingy. There it is. All right. And that
It
reads.
was on a 17,
That
and then
reads.
it like just kind of like tipped over to a 3.
That makes sense.
Yep.
I'm just gonna say you're a swordsman.
I'm really not. I'm not built that
Well,
way.
I mean, but think
Yeah.
about.
She likes to do warning shots to give them a chance to.
Well, I mean, if you think about past fights and stuff, she does well with her sword.
Does.
You do.
You have no idea how much that's like not okay with her.
I'm sure.
It's like serious issues. Okay, great. That happened.
All right.
You hear a
and-
curse.
All right. So now.
Would have been so cool. Like,
No.
It would have.
So I saw that though, right?
Yeah, because it like hits the side of the building like right over here, and this guy turns his head, and it's actually his turn. He's gonna start moving unless you're gonna intervene
Yeah.
because you are ready, so you would precede him.
Okay, so as I'm peeking around, holding the spell in my hand, and I see the arrow let loose and fly, and then so I poke around and then extend my arm and ignis, and a big firebolt comes flying out of my hand.
Where are you?
Cedric
I'm
and
here.
fire just seems like
I'm
a
trying to
right
find your-
combination.
Do you see me?
I
There
see
you
you.
are. No,
I see
on
him.
on the initiative thing.
Oh.
Oh,
Like he's on the map.
Gotta
Okay.
adjust things around.
here
Yep.
come my fire.
Alrighty. That is a strike. That is a good hit. Sorry.
nice.
All right, so across this court area, what's the range on that thing?
Like 60.
60 feet.
Well, am I out of range?
Yeah, that's 80. He's 85 feet
God.
away from you.
He could have walked.
Well, he could have
close.
walked up as he
Yeah,
was doing
you
it.
can. Yeah, you can move. So because you.
Oh,
yeah.
really?
Yeah, you can
Okay.
move because it's just a standard action to cast. So yeah, you might want to close some of that distance. Otherwise, it'd be a very impressive
Light show.
miss.
Ooh, pretty.
Yeah, so he just walks out into the center, and while walking forward, kind of like, still staggering from his injury, he... Ignir! And...
Okay, so
I just imagine the arrow, whoop, and then it's
That's exactly. So it goes thunk, and he turns and he like makes eye contact with Lorna. So he's not looking at Cedric, who quickly covers the distance, and then a massive blast of fire shoots across this the courtyard space and hits him, but he is still standing, confused.
Oh, he
but
has
still
to make
standing.
a save, I think, actually.
Oh, he does? I thought it was just straight damage with that. If I do,
Sure.
let me know.
Needs to make a agility reaction.
Or burn, that's right. Yeah. And then what's the burn?
1d6. Oh wait, yes.
No, that's your straight down. That's what you just rolled.
No, burning creature takes 1d6 damage the following round.
The following round. Okay, yeah, he's on fire.
So is my defense really 3?
Mm-hmm.
It was like 7 or 6.
Yep. I said it was like when I was messing with your sheets that it kept adding and adding and adding and got it all jacked up. So I've now since fixed it. So he is on fire, and rather than attack now, since it's his go, he's going to put that fire out. So he's smacking it and like, "Ah!" and completely lost his action. That guy's out, which brings us to round 2. Dodger.
Okay, after seeing all of that, Dodger's like, they are so much cooler than I thought. And they got mad at me for pickpocketing. Hello, you! And he'll jump off, do some hopefully cool acrobatic stuff, just like, please be cool, please be cool, please be cool, to the sword. And let's roll an acrobatics. Just to get down, because I'm gonna head to the nearest attacker, or the nearest bad guy. Really?
Oh. Consistent, though. Consistent.
You know?
We're making you nervous.
You're making
Anxiety?
the electronic dice nervous. At least mine, I can put them in a lovely little dice jail. I can't do that with electronic dice. It's not as
We
satisfying.
usually just
I
change
keep
the
saying
color.
We changed the color.
We just changed the
I
color.
can't find where to do that anymore. Things have changed, and I can't
It's the
find
gear
it.
in the top. Gear in the top right.
Yeah, it's not there for me anymore.
The gear
Bad
not there.
things.
The gear
Press
is,
the-
but
press
then
the side arrow.
And then
the
configure.
gear is there, but there's nothing about changing my dice.
You see configure settings,
Yeah, and I clicked that.
and then click that, and
Module
then go to
settings.
module settings, and then you're looking for dice so nice.
Hey, so nice.
Dice are nice.
Swear
Not so
I
nice
felt
to you,
dumb.
though.
I've scrolled
So-
past
so
that
how-
like 4 times.
How bad did I biff it on the way down?
You did. Okay, fortunately, you're kind of like, it's one of those ones where you look. Did anybody see that? Nope. Okay. Okay. Good.
Okay, we're cool.
All right.
All right.
It was not
Patel
pretty.
probably did, but she's not gonna say anything.
She won't say anything. She'll let you save face.
Just
Her perception's pretty epic, so yeah, she probably saw it.
so looking.
Yeah. Now you
Just-
got to cover 55 feet to get to that guy.
Oh, that ain't happening. I was just on top of a building, as we stated earlier.
Yep.
Can I hear anything from inside that building?
You can roll a perception check. It's pretty low DC, so chances are good.
Well. Will.
I didn't say guaranteed. I just think they're good.
All right. Big money, no whammies.
It's a 10 was what you needed, so you're fine. Yes, you do hear some
You did it!
from inside. Yeah, you did it barely.
All right, then instead of think you got this and go inside the room to investigate further is
So let me
how
give
I'll
you
spend my
some-
turn.
All right, so the building that you're on, there is no noise at. There's nothing in there. That's just a little storage place. But there's a window right here, and there's a window right here. So that's where you can hear it coming from inside the building, and there's windows there. So you got door here, whoops, door here, window here, and window there
Okay.
to give you like your options. And you can go, I believe your move is 35. Yeah, so you can go 35 feet.
Okay. Then, yeah, I'm hop, skip, and a jump, and through the window.
Which one?
That one.
Okay. All right, so yes, let's do it. All right, so fortunately, the window was locked, but it does not matter because it's glass.
Straight up, no, F it.
And you land right there.
Oh, fun.
I know, I was like, it's like, oh, that's gonna be interesting.
This is such a Han Solo running down the hallway, screaming, and then, no!
No, that was beautiful. That makes me very happy. That whole thing. Cattell just kind of looks over at the window like,
Don't worry, we all get that look a lot.
I feel it, and I'm here for it. Like, the shenanigans are wonderful.
To be fair,
I'm here for
Cattell
it.
tends to do more damage than the rest of us randomly, and she did start this fight.
she did,
Fair.
but she's on a mission, so you know.
It's either this or ditch them, so it's one or the other.
One or the other, man.
She's basically, you get 5 rounds. If I can't kill everybody in 5 rounds, I'm walking. That's how this works. All right, Lexi, now there's a lot of ruckus going on. You hear kind of it sounds like a bit of an explosion, and then you hear a smashing of glass and just loud shouts and stuff because now everybody's had their turn. So now there's a lot of ruckus going on. So yes, it's very.
Oh no, Dodger screamed like a little girl. Straight up. Straight up.
Our viewers at home, could you simulate that, please?
I don't know if my voice can go that high right now.
It's like, the rest of the windows all shatter from it. Okay, so Lexi, you're
Would
up.
that trigger their held actions?
Yep, it's her turn anyway, so
Okay.
it's either way, but yeah.
Okay. I cannot see myself on the map. After I moved the camera, and now I can't see myself.
That's because you're not where your camera is.
Right, but how do I see myself then? Because I've disappeared. So,
You're over here.
oh, so I have to go from room to room to view. Got it. Okay.
Unless you get click on yourself, but there you are.
Okay, I'm trying to so they can see on stuff. Okay. So I'm assuming I heard the little girl scream in the room next to me.
Yes.
And
oh my gosh, they've taken
a little girl, and I was sort of thinking, oh my god, I was playing kickball with the kids.
So as that happens, as you hear the scream, suddenly both of you, the sacks over your head are suddenly yanked off as wind just pulls them down.
Okay. I'm hopping up.
Nobody's looking at you.
I'm hopping up, and the first person I see, I'm blasting.
Which one would that be?
I don't know. Let's see here.
You see lots of people.
I'm going to
That door's open.
turn. It's going to be that one.
Okay.
And I'm going to be doing my...
I love just seeing things appear on the screen that are colored, and I'm like, I have no idea what's happening.
All right, so I'll be doing electrical blast.
That's a strike. So as the bag comes off ahead, suddenly you feel like all the hairs on your head just kind of stand up as she just blasted electricity for, that is a good. Well, that's not.
That's not good.
All right, so he gets a little jolt. Ooh! little goose. Okay. Nope. All right, Belmy. Same thing. So you see that happen, and it's your go.
I think Belmy will coil the rope that was previously binding his hands together and run over and try to loop it around. I guess he'll grapple someone and try to use it as an aid to do that.
Okay. So there's of the 3 figures that are here, and there's one here in the doorway. So there's these three guys. There's these three plus this guy. This guy right here is covered in cloaks, black cloak, black hood, black mask over his face.
Oh no!
Yeah, let's not mess with that guy. I'll hit the one who got zapped.
Got goosed. Okay.
Yep. Is there a grapple roll?
Your strength versus my strength.
Strength.
So it's going to be on your attributes tab. I'm sorry, you're looking for might, not strength. I don't know why about that.
I messed you up looking at all the 5e stuff for my character build. I'm sorry.
I'm trying to purge it now.
I'm sorry.
Oh, attributes. Okay.
Yeah. You see might, it'll be on the left hand, a little bit down. There you go.
Excellent.
Oh, and I thought I got a good roll.
Not good enough.
Okay, it's like
Well done.
all right, so you like cover the distance of the room, pull over, and just like loop it around him, and you've got him in a grab.
Nice.
Which means next round you can start exerting damage to him, try to pin him, or let him go. You know, you got options now, but he is in your grasp. Now, when it's his turn, he could try to escape, but again, that's just, I got to beat you then too. All right. Well then, this guy who is going to walk out the door suddenly has a new plans. It's this big elephant figure. Yeah. Comes over and he's got like a ball bat. He's like, and he swings it down at you. You want to roll your defense.
Oh no. Defense.
And it kind of gives like a this angry elephant.
Let's see, where do I find defense? Defense, here we are.
Look at you. All right, so
Okay.
you like scurry backwards, and he slams it, like, smashes into a floorboard right by you.
I can't move the camera to that room. Thank you. I have no control of the camera. You're just gonna have to be the camera.
Yes. Yeah, I guess I'll move it, but yeah, I don't know why you can't. But okay, I'll move it.
Okay.
Where's this guy? Okay, he's not there. This guy. Oh, all right. Now he's going to try to get out of your grasp. So we're going to do an opposed check again. As he tries to get out of Belmy's.
There are so many bad guys right now, guys.
One's down.
What?
He got dropped with one hit. The other one, he's not doing very good either. He's on fire. Give me a might check.
Oh, is that Belmy?
Yeah, he's trying to get. He's trying to get out of his grasp.
Yeah, because when I try to move the camera, it says there's walls in the way.
Hey, not bad again.
Holy crap! I got another good one. I thought, oh yeah, he's gonna slip out on this one. All right, so yeah, he's like pulling on the ropes, and you're just like cinching it up, and you like wrap it around and pull it even tighter.
All right.
He ain't going anywhere. Meanwhile, this guy goes up. He's got a hatchet. He goes up and swings it at you. Go and roll
another defense.
Yep.
I'm about to be paced, y'all.
That is, yeah, he got you with that one.
Yeah.
That's gonna be.
Do we have reactions?
Yes.
So, okay, my deflect thingy, would that be a reaction?
Deflect thingy.
Yeah, I'm gonna need more on the. Your
So-
Aegis.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I've never seen that before.
Yeah, that's going to you trigger it. You can grant to a target, so it's for yourself. It says target, but you're always the target.
Oh, okay, so it's not for someone else?
No, because you have a personal thing. It's only for you.
Okay. It said target, so I just assumed
Yeah,
I could,
well, I
help
made it
another
generic
person
when I
out.
put it because if somebody else took that same ability,
Okay.
they could do it, but you can only do it for you.
Okay.
Part of your skill.
Is it a reaction or is it a?
Yeah.
No,
is it a
it's defense. No, it goes to it adds to the defense. So if you had checked that off, your defense would go up by 1. All right, so he hits you for 3 vitality.
Okay, I'm trying to find where I make
Action
those
tab.
adjustments. Action tab.
You'll see health, physical health, left hand.
Don't forget damage reduction if you have any.
He doesn't.
Oh.
Dodger
I'm like,
doesn't
what
have
is
any.
that?
Yeah. Dodger's just all Dodger. He's only got like literally just clothes on his back. That's his thing.
So that is how much?
3. Oh, hold on a second. You don't have any. There, let me fix this for you. Just realized.
Okay.
You're dead.
Apparently.
Let me put all this stuff on here for you.
Can you imagine? Oh my gosh.
Well, welcome to the show. Sorry.
Welcome to the show. He's dead.
I would say as he's all right. So on your vitality, just take 3 off of that.
Yeah.
That number there. I actually spent all the time with this one game. Just joined this group, never met him before. Made up a character. In the very first fight, the character got beheaded.
Nice.
And I was like, okay. I think they're testing me to see like would I quit? Like, yeah, if I quit, but I rolled with it. I wasn't that attached.
All right, cool.
But I was kind of like,
Your
man, that
head.
took me like an hour to make that character up. Okay, so you're good.
Yep,
Okay.
as good as I can be.
It's not dangerous until you get into those wound points. So, where's this guy? Which we may find out because you are getting surrounded.
Yep. Like I said, I'm about to be paced.
All right, this
This is
guy
gonna
comes
be a
in
great time.
with a hammer. So, like, beat him. What's the speed? Standing over, he's beating at you. Roll defense.
Trying to get back to where that was at.
Be on action, I think.
Should be on action.
Yeah,
like
it's on
I s-
action at the top.
There we
Basics.
go. Defense. There you are.
Hey!
Yay!
All right, so the cleaver coming at you managed to pull you away from the hammer.
No, that one hurts. No.
What about a sledgehammer?
Why?
You're the only person we see right now.
That
Right.
was rhetorical.
Oh, sorry.
I like how dumb these guys are.
Roll another defense.
Uh-huh.
That's a ordinary hit. Sledgehammer.
Okay.
That
an
is not a
ordinary
sledgehammer. Yeah, you'll be all right. Here we go.
I mean, I hope.
4 vitality on that one.
All right.
And
How is he looking? I can see through the window as all this is happening.
4, 5.
I
Yes.
mean, he's a little guy getting.
Oh yeah,
washed
Lorna's
on.
watching all this and going, "Oh,
I'm assuming his health is probably like he looks like he's getting beat up, right?
Well, yeah, because he's on the ground too, so he's like kind of below the window a little bit. So you just see it just smash down on this
All
spot
right,
where he
all
was.
right. I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it.
All right, so one of them comes outside, comes out the door, and that's his full moon, so he's done. Then this guy, he can't get in on this
No.
action. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, there he is.
Wait, is
Big
that the
boy.
same guy who got arrested?
No,
Oh,
he just looks. He looks because I couldn't afford to get figures for everybody, for all of my
Okay,
my
that's
minions.
fair.
So
Oh, I
That's
thought it was my nemesis coming again.
no, he got arrested. Remember?
He did.
Good.
He did.
Well, I don't remember because I was.
Oh, that's
dead.
true. You were dead. All right,
Double dead.
this guy comes up and he takes a whack at Bellamy with his hammer. So you're gonna roll defense against this.
Woo.
So while he's still got this guy held, he's all just whoosh.
I'm using him sort of as a shield.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, that's my friend. I'm not gonna hit you. And then this guy here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He can get to right there. All right, this guy he doesn't even realize Lexi's free. He just sees you go up and grab, and he runs up and takes a swing at you too that's a defensive roll.
I'm gonna send you guys my dice settings.
I would appreciate that a whole bunch there, bud.
So as he's holding, he's just whoosh, 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 whoosh. This guy's like, not in the face, not in the face. And you're just putting him in between you and the attackers. All right, all right, Cattell, you're up.
Okay. The window. Can I see through it? Like, I mean, yeah. I know I've been looking over my shoulder at all this happening through the window.
Mm-hmm. You'll see more as you make a movement. More and more will become.
Yeah, I'm gonna go through the window. I'm just gonna casually step through.
Okay. So
just
1,
super cash.
2, 3, 4. All right, so I put you right there, and you're not done with your movement yet. If you want to act through the window, because it's kind of.
Can I kind of like, you know how cats, you know.
You can get to right here without any issue, because it's just a diagonal movement.
I can't leap over them.
You're gonna try and leap over them? Yeah. It's acrobatics. So you're trying to move through spaces. That's an acrobatics.
And with the beat down I just got, I'm pretty sure I'm like down on a knee, just bloodied nose.
Oh wait,
face is busted. You can probably get over me.
Is he my only ally in there? I don't see anyone else.
Okay. You see him on the ground, and he seems like he's like rolling and twisting, trying to dodge their blows.
Tell me if I can do this. Okay, wormhole. Could I have it manifest underneath him and then just pull him out onto my side?
You could. You can also emergency teleport.
Yeah, but with wormhole it stays.
That's true, because it locks
and
into
I can
space.
take his place.
Yeah.
Except I don't want to. I'm gonna wormhole and I'm just gonna pull him outside. Because if there's nobody else in there, there's no one else for them to fight. So theoretically, they'd all come outside to chase him.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna wormhole and.
So you create So this is where it's gonna start. So that's your first anchor point. Where are you gonna put the other anchor point?
How far can I have it go?
I think it can go.
It doesn't really.
You touch a single 5-foot square and link it to another 5-foot square within close range.
Yeah, but it doesn't specify what that means.
30.
30? Okay, so I'm actually going to get him the full. Okay, I'm going to just get him as far as I can out.
Okay. As long as you're concentrating on the wormhole, it stays, or you can spend a point of essence and it locks in and it's there.
Okay, I'm gonna. So how is it same rules for concentration breaking? Like if I get attacked, I have to roll.
Mm-hmm.
What essence do we have left? Oh my gosh. Let's see, essence. Is essence an attribute? Where'd it go? Where's my essence pool? I just had it.
Arcana tab.
Oh, it's right there. Okay. I am not going to spend an essence for that because I'm running out.
Okay. So this little red circle I put out there for you, that I hope you can see, that is your that's 30 feet all around you. So wherever you want to put it in that area.
Okay. I'm going to put him. Is this Lorna? Yes, I'm going to put him by Lorna.
Okay. All right.
What is Dodger seeing in this moment?
Once we figure this all out, then we'll like the effect. Like this is the
when your
part.
Spells are complicated wormholes, guys.
Yes.
What does that look like?
When in doubt, throw wormholes into the mix. All right, so you.
That's worked out so well for Star Trek.
Yes. So Dodger's sitting in your adjacent square, so that's what's going to be your starting point. So you.
Oh, I can't do it underneath him.
That's what you're doing. Yeah, you're just kind of leaning down. That where underneath him is your adjacent square. So you lock it and gesture over by Lorna, and suddenly Does he get to make a save or anything?
I don't think so.
Is this a spell?
Yes.
We're all just sitting here going,
Nope. Okay, yeah, so suddenly you're over here.
So what happens?
You tell me, it's your effect. What happened?
So as he's laying there, Catal kind of looks in, and this blue flame just goes around him in a circle, and then darkness, and he just falls through as this little green leaf. And next to Lorna, the same thing happens. This blue flame, just like a snake going in a circle, appears, and then as a leaf, he pops back up as himself.
He just looks at his sword. Did you do that?
Lorna's about to fire another arrow, and voila!
Oh, hi.
Did you just become a leaf?
I don't know. To be quite honest. Seriously, did you do that?
Gonna let him think he did that.
All right, Lorna.
Does their sword pulse in response?
You talk. No, it does not.
Okay.
Throws it away.
No! My sword.
Lorna looks
right, Lorna.
at him.
Suddenly, yeah, that's exactly.
You're a bit
right
strange.
on your, he's just like, he's there.
So are you.
I mean,
Aren't we
Fair.
all?
I'm gonna shove him past me.
He's on the ground. He's laying on the ground, like, because that's what he was doing when he left. So he's still laying there.
Oh, okay. Are you all right?
His nose bloodied. He's like swelling is starting on his face. His shoulders kind of dented in. I'm fine.
Oh, and then how many do I see? Is there 4 or 3? I can't remember.
4 that you see
4.
right in this.
I'll just
area.
call out 4 hostile.
Did you want me to help him or help you?
Do what you want. It's fine.
All right.
Well, this big guy here is coming right at you too. So
Do I get my turn or no?
it is your turn. No,
Oh,
this
okay.
is your turn right now. Yeah.
Okay. The big guy's coming at me. Great.
Yes.
All right. She's so irritated right now. I'm gonna reach down and cast Cure on Dodger because sure. So 2d4 plus. There's so many things here. Okay. I gotta do that. Sorry, I've gotta do this manually because it doesn't work. And plus, what's my genosis? Because I don't know off the top of my head. Plus my arcana level. Where's my arcana level?
Should be.
Yeah, I have to click
1.
between different tabs for
It's
all of
1.
this. Sorry. Okay,
Arcana's
great. All right, there you go. Hey, you got 8
That's a good
Right.
roll.
points back.
Yeah.
I'm
She
back
reaches
up to
down
full.
and-
Thank you very much.
I don't know what it looks like when she does that because we never really talked about it. What does her heel look like?
As she reaches down with her left hand, and the vine work and runes of the tattoos on her arm glow. A yellow, they pulse a green, and then a yellow, and then a green again. And then that coloring transfers to the person. So it's just a flash of green, kind of gold green, and then you feel better.
You feel great.
Unless you're Cedric, and then you feel really bad.
And note that she
Please
did that with
do
her
not
left
heal
hand
the
because the
Cedric.
right hand is dead.
Hilda Cedric.
Yeah, there.
I feel a lot better, thanks.
Sure. Why do I have 0 out of 5 essence?
I
know I
you
used
should have
1.
5. Yeah, so that would have been 4 from that. So there you go.
Okay. And then I'm gonna get really irritated and step past, step here and draw my sword. Switch my bow. Yeah, the bow goes into my left. Well, it was probably in my left hand until I healed, so it's in my right.
So you
Switch
your
it back,
hands
and the bow is still in my left hand. Sword is in my right. And
bow is sad. It's like, you just gotta believe in me.
I do. He's just really close.
Cedric, you're up.
Does that little dice win?
No, that's the
the
camera.
The camera.
Okay, I was like, why is Win suddenly there?
Polymorph into a die. I could turn into a D20.
The D20 is a mimic.
So she's like, I'll be your die. Roll me.
Cedric now with his Estic fully drawn, backpedals a bit while drawing energy for another shot. Though as he's drawing the energy, it's now like purpley infused as he pulls on his essence. Fire and enhanced fire blast. And this one really just rips it. Alright, here it comes. Can I access my essence on the same page as action or no? Is there a
No,
box?
it's on Arcana. Sorry, I gotta move that too.
Yeah, no worries.
It should be in both places.
That's what's my intent, but I'm cleaning up. I just had to stop and help kind of generate some characters, and so I was focused on that for a bit.
That's fair.
I'm
That's a
aiming at
hit.
I'm aiming at big guy.
Okay,
that
that is an ordinary hit.
An ordinary hit? Okay.
Yep.
Is the
So this
extra
fire
damage
shooting across
ordinary
here?
as well?
What's that?
Is the extra damaged ordinaried as well?
The extra damage. Sorry, let's do that. For
Like
what?
the extra 1d6 from really.
No, that's just regular.
Okay.
That's not anything. It's just
All right. Here comes ordinary damage.
okay. So 5.
1d6 extra.
Don't I make a save up reaction roll to this, right?
Yes, but this extra damage is just from me pumping it up.
Okay, so that's okay. Gotcha. Okay. But I still have to do the fire check, right?
Yes.
Okay, so he did make that. Okay. So he is not on fire. Okay. Where's this guy at?
Oh, and I had a question. Does my balanced defense, is that always applied, or should I just apply it mentally when I have my S stock drawn?
It always applies. It's already factored in.
Okay.
All right, so this guy here, he put the fire out last turn, so now it's his turn to go. Catal, roll defense.
Okay.
In his futile effort at actually trying to hit you. I think I've got a beeline on her.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't even notice it. You just like step forward, lean, like.
I just imagined it flies past her and she just kind of glances at it like, is that meant for me?
Are you trying to do something?
I'm really trying. All right, back in this room, this figure here, the cloaked figure, takes a step back, and you notice right there is this box. Reaches out, grabs
shit!
it,
There it is.
and then you see these black tendrils go
No!
around him, and then
Counterspell!
and he's gone.
No! You bastard.
Sorry, I don't actually have counterspell.
Yeah. Wait a minute.
Will you?
How
Would be
secret
nice.
is your character?
That's not what Catel does.
All right, so
So I feel like it's
You don't
something
know
that she
how
should.
angry I am right now.
yeah, I do. I got a feel for it.
Oh!
But one thing that you did was the black tendrils of darkness
Aren't
that
those
kind of
familiar?
seemed very, very familiar to you.
So you either know that the spell only gets so far, or it's somebody we know.
Dodger, you're up.
I'm just throwing that out there into the universe.
All right.
Out there for the universe to just chew
When am
on.
I gonna get a turn? Damn.
It's coming. Calm down. There's a lot of people. I had to
You are
do a
next.
beat. I was doing
I
a
know.
beat
I'm
down a
just like,
second ago.
God.
If you click on the little fist thing,
I'm angry.
I know,
I'm
there's
ready
a
to
lot
just.
of people. There's a
Okay.
lot of bad guys, guys. I'm just saying.
So Dodger is gonna stand up, feel much better. You and
Just
No,
starts calling people out. You.
well, the thing
Some
is,
poor like kid walking down the street. What, me? What? No.
I mean, he grew up on the streets. It kind of tracks. But I believe there was a ability that I could use with that, or do I need to hit them first? I can't remember.
It's always you typically trigger your stuff when you hit.
Okay. He's just gonna run right up to this guy and just,
Okay.
"Yep, I'm coming for your left shoe there, buddy," and take a swing at him.
All right. So he just kind of runs right past you as you're kind of getting your sword ready, and he just hops up and calls him out and takes a swing. And misses.
Big dude, though.
It's very brave of you.
Yep.
I know the feeling.
You know,
This is my life.
our first night of fighting, we were like this. Couldn't hit for the life
Yeah,
of us.
I believe the very first night, Lexi almost died.
Yeah.
Just for perspective.
Yep.
From a
Miss,
bad roll.
what are you doing? Just yelling at a sword. And do I have movement left that I can attempt to step away of? I'm sorry.
Because you moved 10 feet, so that right there was your move action.
Okay.
All right, Wynn is out here now. So she comes outside. Lexi, you're up.
Looks like a little dot.
Oh my gosh, it's my turn. Okay, so of the ones that are surrounding Belmy, who has weapons?
They all have weapons. This
What
guy right
kind
there
of
though,
weapons?
is grabbed. So he's got a hammer, he's got a sledgehammer, he's got a club.
Okay,
Weapons.
the sledgehammer guy, I am going to do static blast to
Okay.
him, and hopefully it'll.
Not with that, you're not.
Wow, all kinds of like errors popped up when I did that.
Oh, well, the first thing is because you did the disarm, but you have to do the attack first. So that wasn't even an attack.
Okay, do I need to click something?
You gotta
else?
do your you gotta do your electric blast, and then you tack on the disarm to it.
Okay, so I hit electric
So do an
blast.
electric blast.
Okay, so I hit that.
Ooh.
Hey.
So that hits, and that's an amazing hit. You
Okay.
missed with the disarm, so he doesn't drop his weapon, but you blasted him with an amazing electric blast.
Okay, gotcha. And
All right.
Yeah, that hurt. All right, so he's just takes right in the side. He's gonna feel that.
I hope they all feel it.
is that the same
Yes.
one I hit before?
Nope,
Okay.
that's the one he's grappled.
The
is
one he's
you
got.
hit for.
Okay.
All right, this guy.
Sorry, I was trying to disarm him for you, since they're all on you.
The door opens up, and this big guy looks in. What's going on here?
Oh my!
Belmy, you're up.
I mean,
I knew it. I knew it.
people are in here.
Patel called it. Patel called it.
Hey, we were trying to be sneaky. Mr. Thunder Thighs over there.
Somebody. Juicy legs over there.
I am sneaking around right now.
All right, Belmy, you're up. You got this guy in a grab.
Sure.
So you've got options now. You can either exert some damage to him, pin him, although that's going to leave you exposed. But
Are there opportunity attacks if I move away from Okay,
if you withdraw, no.
we're just gonna. I mean, it's working, right? So I'm gonna try to, I don't know, smack him upside the head, or squeeze him, exert damage on him.
All right, so you don't have to roll for it because you got him already. So you're really it's just squeezing. So that is 1d3 plus your might if you have it.
I do.
So to roll a d3, if you look on the Foundry, right? You know how to get the little die thing out.
I got it.
Okay. And he drops.
Hey, look at that.
Hey!
All right, so you kind of
So two of like 20.
Hey,
Right?
have faith. So he drops. Next up, a lot of stuff as you guys had to get into position and stuff. So now you can start, dishing the damage.
So many thugs.
I know.
All right, he can't fit. Well, yeah, he can. He moves right there. Cattell. Baseball bat from the big elephant guy.
Defense.
Yeah. Smash.
There's
You're not even
German
there
nuts, I
anymore.
can't move the
You're over there in
camera.
the other zip code at that point.
You'll have to
I
move
just
the
imagine
camera.
her using that black hole or whatever, and she's just.
Just wait.
boop, 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 boop.
Actually, yeah, he comes in, he swings, and now he's over here.
Now you think
He
it was
just-
portals.
No, the goal was to get them all out of there. If they fall into a hole, that's their problem.
Wait, where? Where we at?
Oh,
Lorna's just starting to see leaves
out
floating,
there.
and then
Oh,
poof,
gosh.
people are there. Okay.
And there's just this circle of blue flame, just gently, like it's kind of like, oh, it's kind of nice, it's pretty, and it's a little warm, and then these leaves, poof.
yeah, because now
Of
it's
people.
this guy. It's here.
Lorna's about having
and he's got a conundrum because he's like,
existential crisis.
I'm not stepping there.
He
Thank you,
doesn't know
sir.
where he went. For all he knows, he just went into the belly of the beast.
Well, he ain't gonna step in it, is what he's saying. He's like, because he was all like, yeah, no, I'll go over here. I'll go out the door. Yeah. There's gonna be a bottleneck because they're afraid. All right, but he swings at you. This guy right in front of you. He's like, ha
Oh, ho, 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 ho.
oh.
Ho, 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 ho.
All righty. Fine.
You can't hit
1,
me.
2, 3.
I mean,
All
that's
right.
not true. It's happened.
It has. When it happens, it happens.
Yeah, the whole
Yeah.
world just pauses for a moment.
Takes a breath.
Okay, Dodger, make me a defense check. This guy comes over here with this.
Would be absolutely happy to.
Hey! Kick. It's still a hit
No.
Oh.
for 2 points. Yeah, that wasn't much of a hit.
I mean, it's better than how I was smacked around earlier.
Yeah. Of course, then the big guy here.
Watch out for the big guys.
The big guy's hammer, or his big mallet, comes swinging down at you.
Oh,
He's a
no.
half giant.
Why won't you let me scroll? I just want to scroll so I can mark my damage.
Music is a little cheery for.
It's a little too happy here, guys.
I'm happy.
Hey now.
Of course you are.
Oh, you should be happy too.
I'm pretty content, yeah.
Yeah.
This is the character I wanted.
If I get any more damage,
He's kind of
I'm
just-
handwriting it for now until
That's
it
fine.
will let me scroll to actually put it in the system.
Yep, that's fine. As long as you can roll defense again, I'm good.
That's... I have a feeling it's gonna happen. Here we go. Need a second defense from me?
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Oh. Well, they're just barely nicking you. I'm like...
This is fine.
That is 4 points of damage.
Okay.
All right, Belmy.
You need a defense roll.
Yes, I do. Sorry, I was grabbing the camera to bring it back over here. Okay.
I think I'm stealing all of Dodger's. Points here.
It's all good.
Oops, let me close that. 1. Tell that still no. Oh wait, nope. I get one more step. That's flank. All right, defense. Is that your roll?
That's my roll.
You suck.
Oh my god.
Just
a
wait for what I'm gonna do
+9.
next. I'm so excited for my move.
I love how she was complaining about her defense dropping a little
I
bit.
know.
You know?
That's why I'm like,
Look, it
whatever.
dropped, like by half. Okay.
Only
That's
made
a lot.
18 to
All I know is
Yeah.
last week she rolled a 2 and it was like 18. I was just like, I was like, yeah, that's not right.
It was a 16. It was a
Yeah,
16.
that's
At this
about
point,
when
I
we
was like, if
realized
she's at second level,
something's
she's pulling
wrong.
those out. What's she gonna be like when she's higher?
Ah.
And make them hit themselves. All right.
You know what? That should be a thing.
Belmy, this guy's taking a whack at you.
There it is. Hey, you know, you gotta take. the hits.
Finally, I was like,
Yep.
okay, so he can be hit. I was concerned. I wasn't sure it was even possible.
Yeah, between him and Cattell over here, we're just like dodge
Ooh,
central.
It will happen
6.
eventually.
6. That's solid.
Ouch.
Yeah, we're like, we're gonna make it count. All right, what is this guy? He's gonna stay there for right now. Cattell, let's see this move.
Okay. What I want to do is flip through the window into the hole and then pop up on the guy on the other side and attack him.
Okay. So roll an acrobatics check so you move through those without so you don't get an attack of opportunity on you as you do this.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so you're now over there.
And now I get my 2 attacks, right?
Yes, because you have
Because
double
of-
weapon. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
How do you
Okay, so-
rotate your character again?
Remember your penalty.
Right. -2. So Cattell pops up, leaf, and then and just so minus.
I mean, technically, flanking.
Oh yeah, that is.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
So does
Well,
that negate my -2?
yes. Because it'd be a +2.
Okay.
How do I rotate my character?
The scroll wheel, I
Shift-
believe.
Yeah, hold your shift key down and then scroll.
Oh, move the camera.
Oh.
Does that
Since you're in charge of it.
I lost it. Where'd it go?
It's in my room.
There it is. Okay. That is a hit.
What kind?
That is a ordinary hit.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay.
All right, stab. And then your second attack.
Second attack.
That is a good hit.
Come
The
on.
first one. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
one
he's still
out of
standing then with
So-
6 points of damage.
It looks cool though. The leaf just
Yes.
appears and then there's this swish of blade going one way and then
He didn't even know what happened. He was still like,
reversing the
how'd
other.
I end up here? And then suddenly he's getting hit.
Yeah.
Lorna, you're up.
All right. Great. This is a mess.
So now you got options. There's somebody right behind you, in which case you would get a flanking bonus with. There's a half giant and this green goblin
Yeah.
looking dude.
Question. This is all paved, right? There's no cracks of like plants or anything. I can't do half my crud, guys. This is ridiculous. All right, great. Okay.
There's a little flower pot in the corner that they
I mean,
want.
yeah, this is it's not well kept. So yes, there's like little strands of grass and stuff, kind of like breaking, like
Some weeds.
breaking through, but not like
Yeah.
like major root systems or anything like that. But there's little weeds and stuff that have sprouted.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that great.
Yeah.
Maintained.
Not okay. Sure. Why not? I'm gonna just crud. I'm gonna try and stab this guy in the back because why not? We need to get him off the field.
You go to swing and you accidentally stab in the back. Oh, there's a guy behind me.
No, like the guy who Catel's facing.
Yeah. Okay.
So short sword. Oh, do I get +2 because we're flanking?
Yep.
Okay.
Stab him.
Stop scrolling randomly. Thank you. Hey!
Woo!
Whoa, shit.
I'm telling you, the sword.
Seriously, that's a good hit.
So many issues there.
Just a good hit. No, it's an amazing hit. Sorry. No, sorry.
So I
That's
clicked
The
didn't I?
A.
With an A. Yeah.
Oh wait, I think it's gonna add the +2. So I didn't delete it out.
Yeah, it did. That's okay. So you got 6 points of damage. Plus hers. These are low level. You drop them.
Okay, great. Cool. I'm gonna pull out this and probably look at Catel and then immediately turn my eyes away, and I would like to move my. Can I use my movement there, or?
You can. You can move.
Okay, then I'm gonna dash over here to place myself flanking
All right. So
here.
to move through, you can move through Dodger Square easily. If you want to move through that little goblins, though, you're gonna have to make an acrobatics check because he's going to try to stop you. Otherwise, he gets a hit on you.
I was trying to move around him, but okay, sure. I'll
Okay,
make
you
an
can. Well,
acrobatics.
yeah. Well, I mean, you got enough room to actually do that.
Yeah.
You know, and kind of come around that way.
Yeah, that's what
Just
I
as long
meant
as you
to do,
leave
sorry.
enough. Yeah, as long as you leave enough space.
I mean,
Yeah.
I've got tons of movement, or
You do.
I'll make an acrobatics.
No, you do. You have enough room. I was just because I saw you just slide straight through. And I'm like, oh, are you
Yeah,
gonna slide
sorry,
through
I
squares?
forget-
That's a
I
whole
forget.
different kind of.
I forget this one. You can do all the dot. I don't know how to do half the stuff on this thing.
You say, and then John will plot it on the screen for you.
There you go. And
that's
I
it.
think, well, actually, I have my aggressive flanking tactic, and I don't think it says I have to use an action or anything to affect it.
No, I think it's just triggered.
So anyone within any tactics affect all allied creatures within a radius of 10 feet plus 5 feet per rank in persuasion, which I have none. So
No, it's beginning. It is a move action. It's down in the tactic rules, underneath it. So it says a tactic is a move action.
okay, so
So
I
it
moved,
is
so I
gonna be a
can't,
move.
so I can't affect it yet, right?
Not yet. Not
Okay.
yet, but yeah. But just know
Cool.
that you can trigger it.
Okay, that's it.
Which is a cool ability because then it unlocks flanking for lots of people.
Yes.
All right, Cedric, you're up.
Whee! So, if I remember correctly, it's now quite dangerous to throw magic into this area. Right?
What area you're talking about? Yes, I'm
Alarm.
sorry. You had purple and I was zoomed out, so I didn't quite see it. Yes. That's like shooting an arrow into melee, and you don't have the talent
Alright.
for a precise shot.
Let's see then. Okay. I'm gonna be a little dangerous then. What's the penalty for shooting into melee again?
-4.
-4? Okay.
You'll roll a 20. It's fine.
Yeah, as always.
Yeah,
Um,
you're due.
I'll just go for these guys then.
Baby.
Let me reposition to over here.
You have a 50 movement?
I do when I'm juiced.
Oh, that's right. You got your juicy legs on.
Got the juicy legs.
He drank his 10-hour energy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also have finesse buff too, which I think is good.
Yeah, I remember seeing that pop up. Yeah.
Got his 10-hour energy, his protein shake. Dude's set.
Yeah, he has a shake weight while he's shooting with the other. Alright. So, once again, did I hit this guy before? Was this the guy who patted himself out?
Yes.
One of them should be singed.
Yes, that's him.
Okay. Once again, regular shot this time. Ignia.
It's like, please, I have children. That's it. That is
They're
a
orphans
good hit.
now.
Nice.
When Cattell goes dark, this is the other side of her lamenting.
That wasn't good tell. She
Damn
wouldn't
it.
say that.
He was already hurt.
That
He's
was
pretty
on me.
much. He goes as he's all like, "Fortunately, I'm not on fire." And me, yeah, no.
Is he on fire?
Yeah, his little corpse is laying there burning, stinking up the joint.
Okay.
All right. One. All right, Lexi. This guy comes running up on you with his club.
Move the camera. I can't see it.
Camera over here.
I don't understand why you can't click on you.
It
can't
won't
click
let me
on
drag it 'cause
Lexi.
It,
Can you click
I
on
can't even
Lexi?
see Lexi because she disappears
Well,
when you
click on
move
her
the
now.
Just randomly click until you find her.
Can you click on your character sheet and it selects your character? Or is that
Yeah.
how it works?
I see her now, so it's fine. It's like
All right, so roll defense. But yeah, if you stay on her, you should be able to keep it.
as soon as you move the camera out, everything disappears for me.
Even when you still have her selected?
Yes.
That's odd.
I don't know.
More
Okay, what am I-
technical stuff.
Well, it's because we're trying to get where I can control the camera, so I move it. But it's not. It didn't work.
Check your
I know
vision
what's going
settings.
on.
Okay, what am I doing? Defense.
Defense.
Okay. Haha.
Welp.
Well,
Ouchie.
7 points of damage.
Whoa.
Oh, and I was already hurt before all this. Okay.
Lucky you didn't roll that
Don't worry,
one.
I
That would
have
have been a crit.
Because I'm in my wound now.
Oh, so now you actually are truly bleeding. Yeah, he comes up and just whacks you right across the face. You felt that.
Yeah.
All right.
Alright.
He's not here anymore, so we'll take him out. Dodger, you're up.
Okay.
Top of the round.
Top of the round. So I've got the guy right in front of me who I'm flanking with. And I'm going to swing at it with my sword. And pray. A lot of prayers. Are there any bonuses that I add to this due to the flank, or is that already included in there?
+2.
+2?
Yep, yeah. And so if you look up at the top, you'll see a modifier field at the very, very top. Just plug a 2 in there, and then click out of it, so it locks in, and then roll, and it'll add it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Good.
good
Now,
hit.
because I hit, and I can finally do things.
Yes, now you can do stuff.
Now I can do stuff. I would like to do a crippling strike, please.
Righty. Let's see here. Successful. You apply to so -2 penalty. Okay. And yeah, I get nothing. Okay, so yeah, he's crippled. So do your damage, and then he's got the effect of your thing on him now.
Okay, so for my damage, which kind of damage is it?
Good.
Good, so that's the D8.
Hey, nice.
Yeah!
Awesome.
Better late than never, buddy!
What kind of damage was it? Remember, you can do any kind you want. That's why it says optional. 'Cause it's any kind.
Right. Yeah, that's gonna be straight up slashing. I'm like going straight for the gut, kind of a deal.
So yeah, you slash across him. He's like, "Ugh!" And the can tell Lorna. You see the so as he slashes across, doesn't kill him, but darn near did it. So he slashed up, his belly kind of splits open, blood kind of splashes out.
Ooh.
But as it's splashing, you see the blood kind of go like this and then onto the sword.
I clock it.
Clock the sword?
Mm-hmm. I am now very aware of the sword.
Yeah.
I was already suspicious of it. Now I know for sure.
What?
I feel like that Cattell is somewhat
Force of
familiar
good.
with these types of weapons, even
Force of
just
good.
vaguely.
Holy Avenger? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's like strange.
All right, Wynn's turn.
Go win, go!
Tweet, tweet.
Okay, so Wynn is on this guy's head. And like kind of comes up on the back of this half giant 4 legs like latch on like around its face while the other 2 come up in front and like start clawing at his eyes.
Get it.
And she
Get
did
through.
hit, so I mean, not much, but she does what she can. It's like nobody messes with
So
Lorna.
sorry, I'm still waiting on Wynn to do her little magic thing that makes everybody dance or whatever. Largely because I want to have the moment of I have a dream from Tangled.
The beauty.
Because we all just stand there like, what just happened?
One of these guys has got to love to dance.
Right?
Like, his
I don't
closet
want to be
hobby.
a thug. I want to be a dancer. If only I had some motivation.
And just pulls out Bob Fosse. Like straight up Bob Fosse moves.
All right, Lexi, it's your turn. You get this guy who just clocked you across the face.
Because he is right there on me. My particle blade.
Mm-hmm.
That's not something where you can get an attack of opportunity, right?
Let me check. Swift action, so it does not provoke that. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, you can.
Okay.
And nobody sees it.
And no one sees it. I'm going to do that.
Okay.
So, whatever.
Particle blade.
Particle blade. So
That's not even a move. I mean, that's just a free action. So
okay. So
you get your
whatever
attack.
sucks up whoosh, for the particle
Out of the
blade
floorboards.
out of the floorboards and creates a blade, and I'm gonna slash at the
That's
guy on me.
That would be a hit. That would be a good hit.
Good hit.
Very good.
Very, very good.
Jesus, why am I even here?
It's your D6s.
It's okay. I rolled a 1 on a
I
D8.
know, but it's starting to get really, really late. It's midnight for East Coasters.
They're like,
Okay,
"We're
we
gonna
don't
work in
stick
the
out
morning."
here.
They're gonna start falling asleep.
Roll defense.
To who?
Lexi.
Me?
Yep, as the big guy comes in on you.
We just wanted to get on
Oh
a
my
train,
God.
guys. Nice.
I know.
Belmy, you're up.
I'm telling
On
you.
the train today.
Tell.
Just wanted some
channeled
arrows
her.
and to get on a train.
That was-
Had to go for that box. Just had to go for the box.
For my own knowledge, when I'm taking damage, it's taken out of vitality.
Yes. Once
then
your
when that-
vitality drops to 0, then you start taking wounds. Unless you get crit, in which case it goes straight to wound.
And is there any
Bonus.
penalty to losing all your vitality?
Once you lose all your vitality, there's no penalty. When you start losing wounds, there are penalties, and you'll see that like underneath the track. You'll see these different points.
Okay.
So each one of those. So when you're like bruised, nothing. But when you're hurt, you suffer a -1. When you're injured, you suffer.
Oh,
a
I see.
-2.
Gotcha.
I have changed my wound points twice, and it keeps on going back up. So it's gone up twice, and I'm not changing it back. Sorry.
I think Belmy feels outclassed at the moment. I think he's gonna flee. Maybe try to get help. Call attention over to this dire situation. So I guess he will disengage. What was the word that you used?
Withdrawal.
Withdraw. I think I have 35 feet of movement. And can I open this door?
This window here, yeah.
Oh, it's a window.
Yeah, it's a window. So
And
you-
who's this?
Cedric pivots, hand in the air.
Well, are you with that mechanic? She needs help.
Cedric, yeah, pivots. Looks at that guy. Looks past him.
And then, I mean, that's all I got. I don't have a firm grasp on what my spellcasting abilities are.
Okay. You have to. Well, I don't want to get into it with everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not. You're not ready.
Yeah. So that'll end my turn.
Okay. Okay, this guy. He is evaluating the situation. This guy. Well, hell. He crawls out the window. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. He goes towards Dodger.
Jeez.
Meantime. Okay. Go ahead. Defense.
Okay.
Camera.
Hey!
Oh, nice.
Yay!
All right, the guy who's holding in his stomach, he drops his weapon and basically just like puts his hands up, just like, or more like one hand up because he's holding his belly in with the other one. He is surrendering. Big guy, he takes a swing at Lorna. Defense, please.
It was almost a 19.
So close to a 19.
One you don't want to get hit by, though. He's strong. 5.
Okay.
One. All right, this guy goes running towards you. Right there.
Oh, look, now I can see both.
Exactly. I was like, let me try and, like,
Finally.
Unfortunately, he can't make it to you. I mean, he can move to there, but he can't fight you yet. That's his double move. Dead, magic going on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's Lexi's friend.
Who's my friend?
The one who's running.
Run away!
He can't attack. He's not doing anything. Cattell.
Okay, I'm going to go. Can I like step on the dead guy in between Lorna and Dodger to get to this big dude?
He's not
So that
dead.
guy's not dead. He's just he's surrendered.
Okay.
He goes up and steps on his head.
Land
I
on
mean, I
him.
could.
quit.
Okay. Well, I have a lot of movement.
Yeah, you do. Like anything up in this area too would be okay for flanking.
Yeah. I was gonna do something else, but now Cedric's injured though. Oh, shit. Okay.
You've been, if you paid attention to Cedric's style, he seems to be keeping his distance and using only ranged.
Right. Can I actually, with my 40, this guy's running away, right?
Yeah, he looks like he's not going towards anybody. He's going towards
Can
the exit.
I slip between him and the other guy to get to the door where Cedric is? What I have?
So if you're doing,
Movement
well, if I can
to
pick the
curve
right,
like that. I don't know how to measure that. I was gonna do something else, but I want my action if I can keep it.
so for 40, I mean, you're going to be, he's not engaging. You're going to, it's going to,
What?
that's 40 right there.
Okay, hold on. Let me check this then. That's 60. Oh, why is it so far away?
I mean, that's just one. You can use a second move action to get another 40, but then that's
Right.
it. So you're just using 2 move actions.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and make my movement. But I'm not going to go all the way. I'm going to attack the guy who's not running away, the one that's...
This one?
Yeah, he's still looking hostile, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to run over there, all of my movement, get to him, and then attack him.
Okay.
Okay. Here we go.
Hey!
Nice.
Hey,
That was
there's
pretty
a good
good.
blow. Okay.
Is that a?
That is a borderline G.
Really? A 23 is a G?
I said it's borderline. They're like a
Ah,
Oh,
G.
tell
you
me
gotta-
which one. Which one are you
You're
gonna give
G.
me?
You're on the wrong side of that border. You're on the G side of the border.
Fine.
There it is again.
I'm going to attack him again.
That's an ordinary hit.
Hey!
It does more damage.
So that's a total of 6.
That makes sense.
Hold on, I gotta zoom in. Oh, it's a she. She is dead.
Cool.
All right, cool. That's nice.
One less person to worry about.
Cool. Lorna, you're up.
Great. All right. Well, this big guy keeps hitting me with his hammer, which I would prefer not to have happen. So I'm gonna go ahead and just keep attacking with my sword. I'm gonna use my aggressive flanking now, so I'm gonna trigger that. So I'm not moving anywhere. So that gives everybody within 10 feet of me something. I think it's +2 because it gives you the flanking ability.
Yep.
So I'm assuming that gives me the +2 as well.
Yes, you are included in that.
Yeah. Okay. Then here we go.
Yeah.
Ooh, that went really flying around.
That was your longbow.
That was a journey.
Oh, it was?
Whack him with your longbow?
No. Well, I guess.
That's okay.
Okay, Legolas.
You rolled an 18.
I mean, even if it's just
It's
an
okay.
18, that would still pretty
Oh,
good.
no. Yeah, she totally hit. It's just like I have to see if it's
Which?
different. Yeah, because I got to figure out
Hit
how
points
hard
is
she-
2. So
No, you're good. Okay, so that's an amazing hit with your short sword.
sorry.
It's okay. It's like what I do is like if you rolled a d20, what'd you get?
Hey.
On
Oh,
big
damn.
guy.
But -2 because I keep forgetting to remove the modifier when I go to attack or to roll the damage.
Pretty good.
Yeah. Cedric. Bending the laws of reality over there. Now what are you gonna do?
Yep. Cedric, remembering how stuff works.
Hey, that's how reality works.
Is this guy still outside of the melee range, or
Yeah, he's not in melee.
is this guy coming at me though? Is he like?
Which guy? No,
Dra-
he's heading towards the exit. He's not even looking at you.
Okay, but this guy is still looking like he's menacing.
Yeah, he's lagging a little bit behind. He hasn't made a decision yet.
Okay, well let's make it for him.
Okay.
Cedric's gonna 5 foot.
5 foot it.
No,
Yeah.
yeah,
Now that would then, so you're not gonna get any move after this.
right. If I take an aggressive stance, will that affect my range as well, or is it just for melee?
You take a defensive penalty for an attack bonus. No, yes, no, that's for melee. Yeah.
That's for melee only?
Yeah, it doesn't apply to range, yeah.
All right.
I aggressively stand way far back and attack you.
Yeah.
I am
Very
so aggressive right now.
But no, so he's just going to go ahead and chuck a amped up fire blast. So, in drawing the sigil, he pulls this purplish energy out of him and throws it in this orange purple blast that goes flying out. The big. Oh, that's not that does that. 12?
It goes wide left. Lexi, your friend with the club.
Yay.
I'm gonna hit you again. I am. Get ready. Here it comes. It's gonna happen. Any moment
Poor
now.
thug is so close to retirement. Like,
Yep.
are you sure you want to kill him? He's so close to retirement.
I'm rolling defense, right?
Tomorrow's my retirement party.
Roll defense.
Yes.
Retire early.
Hey, look
What
at
the
that.
hell?
Whoa!
There you go.
Get
Alright.
it, girl. Coming
So
for you.
a
It's
total
okay.
43 defense. Yeah, you give yourself a +2 on your next action against this guy. He like swings. Hey, I can't leave my party. And you duck, and he just spins.
Beautiful.
I sure hope nobody takes advantage of that. Dodger, you're up.
Okay. I'm going to attack this guy
Okay.
right here. Now, question for a maneuver. Because that will determine on whether or not I actually attack that guy or the half giant. For a maneuver, I have a dirty trick, and it's a quick maneuver. How does that work?
Which
Do I-
trick?
So, dirty trick. You can attempt to hinder a foe with melee as a standard action. So that's gonna take my action, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Then I'm going to attempt to do a dirty trick against the big half giant and swing with the flat of my blade and like hit him in the kneecaps to kind of like bring him down to size
That's
a
your
bit.
level? Yeah.
Well,
Get down here.
mine and Lorna's level. Okay,
Yes.
I'm not the only one in this fight.
You're a giver. Yeah. You share.
I'd like to share, please. So let's see how this goes.
Yay!
Yeah.
Hey!
Success.
Hey.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh.
And what's the effect?
Let me pull it back up. They're blinded, dazzled, deafened, entangled, shaken, or sickened. I'd say shaken. This little thing just brought him down the peg. Or, I hit him in the fork of his legs. One of the two.
No, you got him down. Okay. All right. So he goes down.
Yeah, the
does,
condition lasts for a round for every 5 points above. It goes up for that lasts for an additional round.
just gonna put something on him so I keep track of this. Okay.
All right, Lovey, he's all yours.
So Wynn's still on his head. And
Go,
what does
Wynn.
this give? Because Wynn's attacking. So what does this give?
So he's going to be one of the penalties of I think.
Okay, I should
shaken.
put a penalty onto it. Okay.
Yeah, and that lasts for a round. But if I'm 5 points above his maneuver defense, for every 5 above his maneuver defense, it increases for a round.
Wynn drops him.
Yes.
He was beaten. He was hurting already, but yeah, she was like, so you bring him down and she's on top of his head and she likes to pry his eyes out.
Jeez.
I just imagine she's been doing that and then she just gets irritated and just goes with like two fists and just a ba-dunk.
Yeah. She like clocks him in the temples. She's taking credit for even though, like, yeah, she didn't do that. She was not the one who did the most damage to him.
Lorna looks at it and went, nice.
Lexi, you're up.
All right. Okay. I got the +2 on the guy in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
So I am going to continue with the particle blade on him.
That was a 1 for a second.
That
is a nice solid hit. I think
a
for your
nice
particle blade,
solid
that might
hit.
be.
A crit has to be a 20. It says 20 and 2.
Yep, just shy of a crit. All right, so that's amazing damage.
Finally, did some damage.
That's awesome.
Oh,
I'm gonna
nice.
invite my whole family. We're gonna have cake and ice cream and.
wow.
Why?
That's what you get for being a bad guy.
Yes.
My 401k was invested.
All right,
Now we need to go find it.
roll defense.
Me?
Yeah, right.
Oh, it was so
He
fun.
was my friend. Oh.
Okay.
5 damage. That wasn't very great. Bellamy, you're up. With 2 guys coming behind you.
Have either of these two got like a shiv or a dagger sort of on their person that I might be able to yoink?
Sure, they're thugs. Everyone
Okay.
has that. I think it's part of their standard equipment pack. You
I'd
get it
love-
on orientation day.
Well, I'd love to do a quick maneuver steal.
Roichi? That's finesse.
Finesse.
Okay. Shouldn't be too hard for you. I rolled pretty low.
How's that?
You beat me by 1.
Oh, very nice. Glad to hear it.
What does this interaction look like?
Right.
That he just reaches out. And, well, I guess it's probably pretty awkward because they're both low. So they're like, what are you going
No, you walk that way. No, you go that way. No. Okay. Stop. I will go the douche.
Oh, okay. Yeah. He's like, hey, wait a minute.
Give me that. And then, so I have 2 actions. Can I then stab him with his own
Yes,
dagger?
that would be, let's move
Well,
action.
let's
Stabby
do that.
stab. It's my shiv.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh, I thought that was going to be a 1. I was like, you stabbed yourself. All right, so a shiv, that is a, right on the cusp. That's good. That's going to be D4 plus
Okay.
might.
Plus might, 0.
Yeah. Okay, so 1 point. Okay.
Here, you can have it back.
Yeah. He's a piece of junk. What about you? What are you carrying? Take your stuff. Okay, so where's this guy at? All right, let's see. Drop, boss gone.
Still some thugs up.
Yeah, he's going to.
It's some big AoEs, guys. Mine doesn't work real well here. I'm just saying.
All right, you just dropped the big guy. Yeah, okay. 1. Get back out of here.
I don't get paid enough for this.
Yeah, seriously.
I'm not close to retirement like Bob back there. It'll be okay. All right, Dodger.
That's fine. He's not
Here.
dead.
Yeah.
Okay, Now I'm
Oh,
gonna
you
attack
zoom
this
in now.
guy.
That guy right there, you notice he's got like the little like receding hair. So he's just got like the little patch hair. And he's an older guy too.
Okay.
So what's happening?
So
Gang, we're called the Golden Oldies.
we're called the Golden Oldies.
We run this part of town.
Well, then I'm a swing at that
Until
Golden
5, then we
Oldie.
gotta have dinner. Early birds.
Hey!
All right, so he misses. Where's this guy at?
I miss?
Yes. No. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, you were supposed to be defending. I was attacking you.
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. I rolled the wrong thing.
Oh, but it's okay because it's the
Still the
exact
same
same.
Same
Exact same thing.
Thank you, Dice Gods.
Thank
You know,
you.
it's your turn when you have like a little golden thing around you. That's how you know. it's
Okay.
Thug, he surrendered, so he literally is just like, please, I want to go to the party tomorrow.
There is no party.
They lied to you.
All right, you're dancing. Belmy's dancing partner takes a swing at.
Oh no.
All right,
What
you
can
get
I
a
say?
+2
Yay!
Very nice.
That is awesome.
against this guy. That's a good defense.
I
I
like
was
the
hoping that we
room.
saw Thomas the Tank Engine, but it didn't happen.
Oh, I didn't want to be too goofy.
We're talking about retirement parties.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah,
right.
you make one
Whatever.
snide comment and it's a running gag.
Yes,
Pretty
whatever
much.
line, whatever line there was to cross, it's been crossed at this point. All right, he's bolting.
Oh,
It's like I think that's the second time I've done that.
Yeah,
Like
it's
20
tonight.
and
The
then I won.
second time tonight.
It's okay because nobody was attacking you, so there was no
Oh.
point in rolling
Oh.
I'm
that.
sorry. I thought the next thug was up.
No, he hasn't gone yet.
Oh.
I was the crocodile guy who just
Sorry.
took off running. Now it's his turn.
Yeah, and there it is.
Okay, so there's that. So that's going to be a critical hit. Cool. Because you rolled a 1. Now I'll say this before I roll damage: you can spend a point of edge to negate the crit.
How often do I get edge back? When do I get edge back?
You'll get 1 edge back each session that we play.
Oh, then definitely I would spend one.
Oh, then did I get an edge back? Because I'm still missing 2.
Yeah, I thought I put it on.
Oh, maybe you did. I didn't think I was missing 3.
No, you're not. I know you spent it, but yeah, you should be 1 more than what you got then, because.
Okay, fixing it.
All right, so he doesn't crit you, but he does do damage. You take 5 points of vitality. He's not even here anymore. He left a long time ago. Just take him out of the mix. And then the other guy just went, so now we're at Cattell. Okay, Cattell.
I'm going to the door where I see all of this chaos happening because I am worried about Lexi. Because past experience would suggest that she's still being guarded and she's probably causing a fuss because we're making a fuss.
All right, so here's a door. and that's
What,
it came
me?
out of. There's also a window over here that's open.
Okay.
That was not open earlier, but now it is open. So those are your 2.
Is
entry
there going
points.
to be someone blocking me if I go through the window?
There is a person standing there with his back to the window. Some stranger.
And the door's closed.
No, door's open. This door's open.
Oh, I'm gonna go through the door.
Okay. All right, so I put you
Oh
there.
no, not that way. No, I want to
that
go
is a
over.
door.
I want to go over to where Belmy is.
Oh, that's the window. Okay. So you pop.
Okay. If I was gonna go in the other place, I would have taken my wormhole.
Yeah.
So that's a window.
Yes, that's a window.
And this person, are
Is
they in my way?
Defending himself against these 2 individuals.
Okay.
And you see in there too, you see Lexi on the far side of the room. One person on the ground, and then this big guy messing with her.
Is Belmy in my way?
No, you can actually move into the spot right here. Climb
Well,
in.
can I do what I was gonna do the last time? I was gonna go through the window and just flip over them.
Yeah, it's an acrobatics check.
Yeah, unless I roll real low, I'm not too worried about my acrobatics. Let's see what happens. I mean, it's okay.
Yeah.
So can I get onto the
I think
other
you
side
just
of them?
made it on their side, yeah.
Okay.
15 is what you're going for.
Oh, what the hell?
And I will attack the guy in front of me.
It's my
All right.
friends.
There they are.
Actually, how bad does Lexi look?
She's bleeding.
I am
or, Like, so it's like off
bleeding.
from her mouth.
I'm looking beaten up.
How much of my movement did I spend already?
You are done.
Okay,
movement.
then I will attack the person in front of me,
Behind you.
whatever it is.
Yeah. That is an ordinary hit that you barely got.
Okay, I actually remembered my -2 that time. So, okay, here's my attack.
If you, it wasn't in there though. You didn't. It didn't count your -2.
It counted on our damage.
That's weird because I deleted it from my damage.
That's weird. Yeah. So okay. So it's delayed, but so you missed actually, because I would have been.
Okay, well then I'm
11.
going to attack again.
Okay.
I'm gonna just do it again.
No.
Really good with the
on that one,
dodging.
though.
Hit. All right,
Or not.
well, I'm in there.
Yep. You're in
Big
there.
miss target.
All right, I'm gonna look at Dodger. You got this. You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay,
Go.
bye. And I'm gonna. How do I make the thingy where you can? Is it this?
Yep.
Yeah.
I think I have 40 feet.
You have 40 feet.
Yeah. I'm gonna move 40 feet and see what I see.
Is everybody moving to the south here? What's
Yep.
going on?
What the hell?
I'm still
One guy
fighting
over
a
there.
guy.
I'm not worrying about that guy right now.
Okay. So you get to this point here. That's your move. You can.
Oh
move
no.
You can move in, and that's your end of your turn, or you can attack from that point. But you don't have anything to attack with unless you drop your sword.
Yeah, but I've got a direct angle between this guy and this guy if I use a piercing shot. Yes?
Yes, you do. Yepers.
Kill. Then we're gonna see if this can work.
Let's see about the arrow.
Because it's gonna.
There we go. I don't think I have to do anything special for the piercing. Oh, I have to hit and then it goes through and I have to roll again, I think, or something like that.
Yeah.
I'll look at it. So.
Yep.
All right, first, here we go.
Wow, that was a
That's a
journey.
hit. That's an ordinary hit,
Okay.
but it's still a hit.
It's a hit.
So I'm
That's all
gonna roll
matters.
damage on that one first. Yes?
Okay. Yep. Go ahead.
Yay! It's a
Hey!
Yeah.
Okay. So there's the damage on that one, and then, sorry, I have to look at what piercing shot, how it reads. And then the secondary attack is made at a -4 penalty, in addition to any modifiers for the out of range. Okay. There's no modifiers for the out of range because I think I'm still totally.
Yeah,
looking
you're
at
still.
it.
Yeah, you're still on.
So -4. Here we go. Come on. Now it doesn't expend an extra arrow. So do
No,
I just roll-
it's the same arrow. And then just pop it back.
just add
on.
it back in.
Yeah.
Oh, you almost had a 20. Oh,
That was gonna be a
Almost.
20.
yeah.
So did I.
So
I was like,
close.
oh, so I'm gonna make it so cool.
So you drop the one guy. He goes down, and then you miss the.
Then my arrow goes through him and into the hammer. Just
Yeah. All right,
That would
Cedric.
have been so cool.
and I'm gonna look around and see Lexi. Could you just stay out of trouble for 5 seconds?
No!
Great. Win. There's another big boy in here. He's all yours.
Cedric, what you doing?
Cedric comes
Moves
in
up.
here.
Okay.
Yeah. And he puts a lot of effort in this shot that he's about to take.
It looks like Cedric has a white fro on his head because
Dice was right on his head. He's
why
got a
is
dice head.
Shikasta here? That's all. I was like, Shikasta's here? What?
Wouldn't that be epic?
Oh, that would be amazing. I would die. I would just be like, I'm done. I can't play. I'm just gonna sit here. I'm just gonna sit here.
No,
Aww.
No, I'm edging that.
Do it.
Do it.
Yeah.
You're ready. All right. So you're shooting where first?
Big guy. I can hit that, right?
Okay. So that's in melee. So that's gonna be a -4.
Oh.
All right.
And he's right out of your
he's just
outside
out of range.
Yeah, he's out of your
I
range
have
anyway.
to jump in and then take. I would have to do a lot of stuff to take that. Dang. Retcon, I guess, because I like the magic dissipates, right? I can't long shot it.
No, you can. You just take a range. It's a range penalty for each
Oh.
increment over that. I don't think it fizzles.
Oh, okay. It doesn't, or is that just
Checking
for, like,
it.
arrows and stuff?
No, some magic does it too. I'm checking. Nope, it is just close range. Sorry, you got to get. There's an ability that you can do it
Okay.
for longer, and you don't have that.
Okay. So
Not yet.
Not yet.
Cedric is just gonna hop over this.
I don't know if he'll ever get it. He's got so many things.
Hey,
That's
we're just
true.
being hopeful.
No. I'm not being negative to him. It's like there's other stuff that you go,
Better,
"Alright, go
cooler
for it."
things.
Yeah.
So right over Belmy's shoulder, Cedric's Estic flies in. There's no difference between two-handed and one-handed using of it, right? No, okay.
Not on
so
that
he-
weapon. No.
So he just stabs on through.
Stab on through to the other side.
Stabby, stabby.
Woo!
Nice.
That is a amazing hit.
Yes.
That's what the other side of that
Okay,
border
every
looks
time he
like.
says Essek attack, all I hear is Essek.
Yes.
And I'm like, you just swing an Essek around? I'm confused.
I'm gonna beat a mage with another
Stop.
mage.
Yeah,
Estok.
whole another combat if that were a thing.
Right.
All right, so he stabbed into the guy that had the little razor cut from your shiv on him. It was like, and then stab in the head.
And this big tall man follows the S-talk through.
Dodger, you're up.
All right.
I think my aggressive flanking went away because I moved.
Yeah,
Is
I
that
I
how
already
it
marked that
works?
off.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And it's gone,
does
gone.
it-
Like, it doesn't
Okay.
help Cattell right now. Because I moved, correct? Or I didn't
Hold
think-
on. Does it say it can move with you, or do you? Because I think it follows you.
It'd be really cool if it did.
It should.
Move action, and it can be maintained each round as a move or swift action.
Oh.
Once activated, you may switch between any tactics you know each time you use a swift action. This is a lot. It's like a paragraph.
Yeah, it
Oh
is.
my gosh.
Tactics
Let's
affect
just
all allied
say
creatures
that
within a
it
radius of 10
Yeah, I
feet
say it does.
persuasion you possess, and may be centered on any square you have both line of sight
have
and line of
spoken.
effect to you.
Oh, so it doesn't have to be centered on me. That's good to know.
Yeah, you may recenter an ongoing tactic at a new location as part of a swift action used to maintain. So yeah, as a swift action, you can move it. So yes, it is now.
Okay.
That's where you want it.
Yep.
Yeah. Cool. So that takes away. Wow. Is it going to reach for this big dude?
No.
No,
Okay, then it won't matter because the others
like
are dead.
yeah, but it's Dodger's turn.
I'm gonna hit it.
Yeah!
There it is. Amazing. That's amazing damage.
Yes. And because of course, we're gonna do let's see what fancy things can I do with this?
I rolled a 20 and a 1.
Yeah, amazing.
It's a good thing the 20 came first.
Yeah.
Yes.
I agree
Yes.
with it all.
Good balance.
Yeah,
There's a
we'll
good
do...
chance he's probably not going to be standing by the time you're done with this. That sword does a lot.
Yeah, another crippling strike because I
Okay.
can.
Okay. Good thing I only took damage. Oh no, it's a crippling strike on top of it. No,
Well, of course.
it's my kryptonite.
And this one we're gonna do piercing damage. I'm like going right for his gut into like his hip bone, hoping to break it.
Ooh.
So
I don't want you to
brutal.
stand up anymore.
I don't want to stand up anymore either.
So, amazing damage?
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice.
Not much, but that's all it takes for this guy.
Yes!
Tell Bob I won't make it to his party.
I
Bob's
don't know who that
dead.
is.
Bob's dead.
Bob's dead. All right, Win. She's just gonna come watch the action. There ain't much.
She's just gonna go watch.
She's just gonna pray.
Lexi, you're up.
Oh, I get to go again. Okay. So big guy is the only one that's up now, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Big guy.
I
Big
am
guy.
going to I guess I've got the particle blade in hand, don't I? So
Yes, you do.
all right, I'm gonna be
Particle blade.
swinging that at him. That was like the most weakest roll. It was like
It was. It's
donk.
kind of like I'm not feeling it, and that's why he only got ordinary damage.
I was like,
gonna-
there was no
Nah.
oomph in that. All right, and you said ordinary. 4 though.
Wow, he's like, "Ugh, that hurts. Smash.
Oh, yo.
All right, defense.
Hey, all right, maybe.
Yeah. Oh, he knows.
Okay.
Okay,
Tell me.
right next to your foot.
Belmy's like
People
sort
around
of,
you.
He's all like, where are all these people coming from? What the hell?
well, they're not fighting him and they seem to be attacking the thugs, so he sort of chuckles at all the acrobatic antics of some of the other guys. He's got a kind of crazy
He just
stuff.
kind of calmly walks over there.
Yeah, he's just, why flip when you can just run?
I could tell thinking, why run when
You
you
can flip.
Well, for Cattell, it's a matter of this is the fastest and easiest way to get over my opponents. And
Cattell
people run
lives,
away.
breathes parkour.
Yeah.
Quickest way, man.
Or in our quickest way, she's like, I wormhole there.
That's
I
what the
vamp
plus
there.
two is a
I thought I only had a +2 against that character.
Yeah, that was only against that character. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he suffered. Yeah, that guy was the one that got
It's
the
still
penalty.
a 20.
Yeah, it doesn't
exactly.
matter.
It doesn't
I mean,
matter.
yeah.
You got him.
I think it's because you're short of the amazing damage. That's just good damage. That's what he was pulling for.
Oh, I see.
Get him.
Does he
Get
not
him.
get a
Get
flank
him.
bonus?
Get him.
What's that?
Does he not get the
Oh yeah, it is with a +2 because yeah, you're flanking because of Lexi.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right there, yeah.
Oh.
So you have a straight line between you two, and he's in it. So yeah, that's a flank. So that's +2, that's 24. So that is an
Nice.
amazing.
I apologize. I
Yay!
will roll the amazing damage. Oh, look at that.
Nice.
Wow.
Very nice.
Is he done yet?
Wait. Daggers get 2d6 on their amazing.
Yeah,
No, 2d3.
yeah. It's rolling a d6, but it's half. Yeah,
Oh.
that's a d. Yeah, 2d3. Calm down, Cedric.
He's all like, I want
A
that.
dagger
You're
one.
all hopped up on chemicals right now. You don't know what's going on.
I mean, you're right, but
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
Half Giant says, I'm still going, and then realizes it's late, so yeah, I'm just gonna die.
I'm just gonna
It's
play.
like, at this point, it's really just, the odds are not looking good.
He looks at the arrow that's stuck in his hammer and just goes,
Yeah.
I got this, and just hits himself.
I'm done.
Takes the arrow out of the hammer, puts it in his knee. I'm done.
I'm good. That's why I'm not an adventurer anymore.
Fair. Very fair.
All
What
right.
happens now?
Oh my goodness.
Everything is quiet. There's nothing.
Hearing the dead
I-
silence, Dodger is going to rifle through pockets, smack the guy on his tuchus, who's like, I give up, and go, get out of here, and start rifling through pockets to
Not
grab
like an
gold
hour.
so that he can pay for dinner for these people who saved his butt.
I'm
So
looking.
I'm actually going to run out and grab one of these guys.
Well, you can grab Mr. Guts out because he's the only one left, and he's because these guys actually teamed up a while ago. They're gone.
So then anyone
This
who's
guy.
left and alive.
This guy right here.
Yep.
Only one left.
And I'm running over to Lexi, who is profusely bleeding. I'm
Yeah,
assuming.
I'm not looking good.
gonna give her
I hurt.
some heals.
Thank you.
Gonna
Cedric.
cure her. Sorry. And I'm gonna reach out. Left hand again. And I always forget that I have to actually type this in, so I will do that.
You
guys
do?
can go ahead. Yeah.
I was supposed to fix that,
That
for you,
was a
wasn't I?
thing last time.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Remember, you got your -4 up there in your modifier.
Yeah. You guys can keep role playing. I'm just healing
Okay.
Lexi, so.
Cedric is
Okay.
going around examining the downed bodies, and then we'll make his
Look
way
for
back
my
outside.
wrench.
Do the same.
I need my wrench.
We need to find your supplies. Yeah.
You can
Did I hear something about a wrench?
Wow,
See
those
my
are. I just now noticed your die that you had set up. That is really cool.
I've been messing with them.
Oh, I missed it.
Okay, I was just like, wow.
Yeah,
that's
I've been
a
like,
viney
there's-
looking thing. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
I couldn't read them at all, but you know.
Yeah, I have no idea what you rolled, but
Is
I
that-
enjoyed every moment of it.
Is that 9 points back?
Yep.
Oh, yay. Okay.
That's of
Vitality.
Oh, only by. Oh, well, shit.
I can't heal the other unless we're spending some time, I don't think.
Okay. That helps, though.
Yeah. Everyone needs a breather.
Whew. That was
yeah.
rough.
If you did, so you see that on the cure, the bottom part. Alternatively, you can spend a point of essence to touch target and heal it at amount, but it's lower for wound
Yeah.
damage.
All
But
right.
it's lower.
That's fine.
I
That's
don't
fine.
know
That's
how-
fine.
I don't know how
I put it in the
bad
right
she
spot.
is,
We're
and-
good.
I prefer to have the triage medicine for a little longer if we're going to be sitting in
I'm
on the train.
okay.
I might do a little bit more.
I'll say I'm good. Thank you.
All right. So this is what we're going to do because it's 8.
Yeah.
We're going to stop here and interrogate next session. And
Thank you
also
everyone for sticking
looting.
it out with us.
Yes, this was really
I
long.
just love keep playing, but okay.
We have East Coasters. It's almost
Yeah.
it's almost 1 o'clock for them.
Yeah.
We usually don't go this long. Sorry.
No.
We actually gained viewers as we went into the midnight hours.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
People stay up.
People do stay up.
They do. And there's
You're
those
my
of us who-
students, go to bed.
Yeah, exactly. What are you? There's a quiz tomorrow.
Oh, there's not,
No.
but still, go to bed.
Go get some sleep.
All right.
right.
So very good. I think you got through this more or less intact. I don't think anybody took too much. So I was thinking about it before, and I think I've decided now I'm going to integrate an escalation die into combat to pick up the pace, which basically means every round another point gets added to the rolls.
Ooh,
Um,
okay.
So
Hence.
get things moving along. Yeah.
Well, we also
Sailing forward.
we had a lot of people we had to fight too. So
That's
Yeah.
true too.
I mean,
Well,
we
I
took
mean,
but
down
there's
quite a
also like
few.
6 of us.
Yeah, and the
Yeah.
stealthing and stuff like that may have played out differently because if you got to the place where you two were, that might have changed things, and then it was just kind of like triggered right out the gate. And he was right next to the door.
Oh well.
Maybe if you like shot an arrow
It
into him or something and killed him.
Was
But I don't know if Lorna's like into like I'm gonna assassinate some people to get into.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh well.
we didn't really know what was going on.
I feel
just
like by
yet.
the time this is over, like Catel's gonna like behead people and put their heads on pikes
She
and like
doesn't
stand
mess.
to like teach people like, yo, you don't come here, you don't mess with me.
Oh,
Look at your
I mean,
friends.
you give Lorna a rational reason, and she's pretty like, she was ready, and then Cedric just tripped over his own 2 feet. So then she was like, oh, well, that didn't work.
Yeah, because she was in a perfect spot. Yeah, because she made it all the way there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So they had no idea she
I
was
just
like
happy
point blank
my
range.
friends came and I didn't lie to Belmy. I was like, I told you they were coming.
Now there's just this random dude standing here, and another random dude that we just kind of tagged along with us, and we're just kind of like,
I know Dodger.
We also have a bunch of.
I have a lot of explaining to do, don't I?
We got
That's
a bit of
next
explaining
week.
to do,
Yep.
which we'll do over food with whatever I
all
loot.
the loot. Yes, I'll
Yep.
add it all up and I will put
Next
it in your
week.
pocket.
Well, I'm gonna split it up with everyone else, but he wants to make sure that we all
start it in
have
your
food.
pocket, and then you can divvy it up as you.
Cool.
All right.
All right, cool.
And
All right, so quickly, you want to do your shout outs on the tail end of this thing?
Yeah, so, okay. Wow, that got hot. Misfits, Friday night, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. All of our previous sessions are up on YouTube. You can look up Lakeside Legendz with a Z. We are almost done with the Misfits campaign. We're playing through the Curse of Strahd right now. So if you are wanting to avoid Wizards of the Coast content, don't go watch the Misfits. But if you don't care, it's a really fun campaign with a lot of fun characters. Obviously, Ætherealms, Monday nights, 5:30 Pacific Standard, 7:30.
Yep.
Central, yes.
Didn't even look at my notes for that one.
Yeah.
All of our content is up on our website, lakesidelegends.com. We also have a Discord where you can come hang out and be nerdy and, create stuff. We're a storytelling community, so come create stories, whether
Come
it's
join our
through
fun.
writing, art, or video, whatever it is. That's
Interpretive
what we want to
dance.
encourage. Hey, yeah, I would love to see someone film an interpretive dance and tag us. We're on all the social media, so go find our social
Don't
media.
tempt
We will call it the
me.
dance
That
of
is
win.
terrifying.
I'll say, don't
Do it.
tempt me because
Do
I
it.
could be really awkward.
That sounded like a challenge.
Yes, I feel like it's
this
like-
is a
yeah.
Lakeside challenge, interpretive dance to your favorite song. Tag us in it. You can do it through Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. We are everywhere, like little spiders. So come find us.
Little spiders.
Why? Everyone wants to
We're like dust.
Watched a bunch of spiders was a huge part of the story, and so it's in my head.
Oh, wow. Okay, it's been a long night.
Yeah. All right.
It's been a long night.
But also,
Until this-
don't forget to come back next Monday.
Yes.
Yes, next Monday. And we can actually do some
Maybe
RP.
Maybe make it to the train.
Yeah, I'm excited for a role play.
The train that's never going to happen. We'll get there.
Mission, roleplay, arrows.
Arrows. And me
Make it happen.
losing it because I didn't get the box. Tune in next week.
All right. But until then, we look forward to seeing you all again down by the lakeside.
Have a good evening.
Hey, everybody.
Good night, guys.
Thank you.